What are we working on again? You said get better. Get better at anything in particular?
Well, things I wanted to go over was ulting as TF
Mm-hmm.
and building.
Ulting STF, building STF. Okay, so we're mid lane game, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
not support.
Do you want situational stuff or just this game?
Um, both.
Cool.
We could go over both.
Cool. All right. That it? Then just
Yep.
anything else we see in the video?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, here, let's get started. Do you mind if I share the link to the video of the stream so they can play along at home?
Yeah, no problem.
The sky, oh shit. All right, let's do this. All right, guys, so we are coaching Nopples. You may know him from Twitch chat. He's got the green sword right there. Nopples, around what MMR is this?
Bronze.
Okay, but you're playing with silver and gold people.
I don't know.
All
I'm
right,
bronze.
all right,
That's
cool.
all I know.
Works for me.
Hold on, let me pull up the video.
Yep. Let me know when you're ready. Links in Twitch chat if you need it.
That would help.
Got it?
Yeah, you gotta mute it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna mute it. All right. So first things first. Always talk about this. Tell me about your team. Tell me about their team.
Okay, well we've got
Yeah,
Meta Urgot.
good.
We got Lulu,
Mm-hmm.
Lee Sin, and Renekton.
Yep, those are their names. I agree. Good work. All right. Anything else or?
As far as the kind of comp we have.
Yeah, let's start with this. What kind of damage does everybody do?
We've got a lot of AD, and then there's me.
Yeah, physical damage. Lulu's a support. She'll have a little bit of magic damage, but support damage you can just shrug off usually. Renekton is actually mixed. He's mostly AD, but usually his ult does magic damage. Usually he gets a Sunfire Cape, and then that combined with his ult just like perma shoves waves and stuff. And he just stands in the middle of you and he's doing a buttload of damage. He might get a Sunfire Cape this game just because you guys are a little AD heavy. And Urgot not really known for popping off and doing a lot of damage, right?
Not really.
No, not really at all. All right, tell me how you guys want to team fight.
Probably Lee Sin getting a nice kick on Lucian, if he can, but he's probably bad.
Yeah, probably because it's bronze, right? Mostly Sins probably won't be able to do the insect combos down here. But okay, so let's assume he's good. You're saying Lee Sin goes behind Lucian, kicks him into your team, then what happens?
Then either Renekton and I get a stun off, and then we just delete him.
All right. Urgot has some pick potential too of his ult, right?
Yeah.
What would be interesting is if Urgot ulted somebody, Lulu polymorphed them, then you could chain your gold card, something like that. These guys try to engage. Lee Sin could kick them back. Renekton, like you said, has a stun too, so you have a bunch of tools. But I kind of agree with the Lee Sin picking someone off. I think you guys have a pick count. Do you guys want a team fight?
Probably not, since they have Malphite and Zac.
Yeah, and Warwick, and a Fizz.
Yeah.
So what happens if you guys try to team fight?
We just get womboed, probably.
Yeah, this guy's going to ult. Zac is going to jump on top of whoever. While that's going on, Fizz is going to throw his shark and just jump in. Warwick is just going to jump in and probably never die because he just heals forever, and his E will fear everybody right in the middle of all that. Lucian just clicks all the buttons on his keyboard, types a good game easy at the end, right?
Yeah.
You have some disengage if that happens. Like Lee Sin could kick like the Malphite or Zac like into the rest of the team. Fizz can always jump over that. Warwick can just kind of like ult over that. Like there are a bunch of things that can happen, right? So, but I don't think you guys have the best peel. Like Lulu can slow people, but slow doesn't do anything against dash, against jumps, against ults, against jumping from halfway across the map with his blood scent all the way up. You have your gold card too that you can always use to stun somebody when they jump in. But if you waste it on Zac or Malphite, what's going to happen?
Then their carries are just going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so you don't want a team fight. It sounds like you want to pick people off. What should you guys do to win the game?
probably have like a kill group that just goes around trying to catch people out.
Yeah, like a goon squad, I believe, is the high elo term for that.
Oh
So,
yeah,
who's going to be
the
in your
AD
kill group?
term. Uh, Probably me, Urgot, and Lee.
Okay, what's Lulu doing while you guys are doing that?
Him and Renekton could probably be split pushing somewhere like a 2-3.
Like a 2-3? Okay. I don't know if I
Maybe
agree
not.
with that, but I like where your head's at, like the goon squad. I think you want to be split pushing, actually.
Huh.
Renekton wants to be split pushing, and these guys are the goon squad. Tell me why.
Uh, Hold on, I can't see your screen. Like you're
Ah,
saying these guys, I'm
that's right.
confused.
Got it. Okay, so Lee Sin, Urgot, and Lulu probably want to be the goon squad.
Yeah,
Uh,
because Urgot can just ult someone and then they're caught out.
then Lulu polymorphs them. While that's going on, Lee Sin can, do his
Do
full burst
damage.
combo or whatever. Like, pretty good. Like, if they catch out like a Warwick, if they catch out a Lucian, he's probably dead. If they catch out a Malphite or a Zac, I don't
Yeah.
know. Probably too tanky. Okay, why do I say you shouldn't be with them?
Because I have ult.
Yeah, because you've all
I can
exactly.
just be with them at any time, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just
I need
like on the same half of the map as them, you're essentially with them. Okay, by you being with them, like all grouped up, what does that let the enemy team do?
They can push.
They can push. Okay, where are they going to push?
They can split push. I mean, like if we're all grouped up, they can just send Warwick or someone.
Well, if you're all
And then
grouped up, like if you're a 4-man goon squad or a 3-man goon squad, like what does their team comp want to do? We kind of talked about it earlier.
oh, they want a team fight.
Yeah, Malphite's just going to click R, Zac's going to jump in, Fizz is going to throw a shark, Warwick will jump in, Lucian clicks all the buttons on his keyboard, good game, easy, and all chat, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that. That's why you're splitting up. And because, like, if that does happen, like he ults in, Zac ults in, you do your ult, you jump in right when they're all off cooldown, steal the pentakill from somebody.
Yeah.
So thought process, because you have this global ult, you need to kind of split these guys up, and then you're looking for picks. Because usually down in low elo, people aren't coordinated. I mean, shit. Like I'm playing around like high platinum right now, and people aren't coordinated at all. So you split pushing will put a lot of pressure on the map and will force these guys to come deal with you. When that happens, you can outplay them with your ult. You have your gold cards that you can throw at them, although some of them, like Fizz, can dodge your gold card. But you can probably use that to get away. Why do we want Renekton to split?
Because he's really hard to 1v1.
Yeah, he's really hard to 1v1. He has his ult, which is like an extra life almost.
He has fervor too.
Yeah, he's fervor, so he's going to be doing a shit ton of damage.
And he's got TP if we need him to help us.
Yeah, exactly. So TP is kind of like a TF ult, right? So if you do a 1-3-1 where the goon squad is running around, you're split pushing, he's split pushing, you can take away that wombo combo that the enemy team has and still put pressure on the map and win that way. Because you guys don't want a team fight. You're waiting for these guys to blow key ultimates, and then you're going to ult in and try to kill the damage, which is Fizz, Lucian, and Warwick. Probably in that order. All right, I have a question for you. I think you watched a couple coaching sessions. I think I might have told you this. Why is Renekton a good split pusher? Can you tell me the 4 things that a good split pusher needs to have?
Wave clear.
Yeah.
1v1 potential, escape, and
Nice.
damage for towers.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. 1v1 potential, escape. I'm going to put safe, and then damage to take towers. All right, cool. That's actually perfect. So good memory or good job just being smart, one of the two. Can you explain that to like the new people watching the stream? Like, why is wave clear important for a split pusher?
Because you need to be able to push quickly, so you don't just get shut down immediately.
Yeah, to do pressure. Like if you are a Soraka split pushing, your bananas aren't going to do that much damage. The enemy team is going to kill the other 4 members of your team by the time you're like done clearing the wave. What about 1v1 potential? Why is this important?
So they need to send multiple people to stop you.
Exactly,
and your
pressure.
team can take objectives or fight.
Because if you can kill somebody one-on-one, if you get that fed that you can deal with literally anybody, who are they going to send? Nobody, right? Otherwise, they have to gang up on you. They have to send 2. If they send 2 to deal with you, that means your team has an advantage on the other side of the map. They have a 4v3 at least, right?
Yeah.
So that's really, really good. Okay, what about the escape?
If they send more than just 1 or 2, then you can get away. So
Yeah.
you don't just feed.
They sent 5 people bot. Shit. Yep, you have your ult, you can get away if you're playing TF. You're Renekton, you can slice and dice over some walls, you can get away. You have he has his teleport, once they blow their hard CC, he can go to a bush, teleport to a tower, flash his mastery,
Yeah.
get out. All right, what about the last one? Damage.
If you don't do any damage to the towers, then you're not really pushing.
Exactly, so it's kind of pointless. So why is Renekton a good split pusher? Let's go down the list. Wave clears, you good at that?
Yeah, he's got his Q, usually build Tiamat as well.
Yeah, so Tiamat, Sunfire Cape, his Q, just immediately clears waves. Good 1v1 potential?
Yep.
Solid. Good escape. We kind of talked about that already. Yeah, he can also just kill you, and that's kind of an escape too. Because if you're dead, he doesn't need to escape. And then he has pretty good damage, right?
Yeah, he's AD. He's got his auto attack reset on towers.
Yeah, so he has his auto attack reset on towers, and if he gets a Tiamat, and I think the Titanic is the true auto attack reset, but
Yeah,
he can use that to like cancel the animation and pop the tower again for some extra damage. So he has like this quick 3-hit thing he can do. So really, really good. Now I'm asking about this because he's not the only split pusher on your team. Who's the other one?
Me.
Yep. Okay. So go down the same list. Wave clear. Do you have that?
Yeah, I've got red card and Q.
Yeah, red card
Images that
and your
kills
3
those.
cards. Yep. Instantly kill that with a little bit of AP. 1v1 potential?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Not
pretty
as good as
hard to. Yeah, Renekton has a little bit of survivability. You actually have to outplay people. But
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
well, that's fine. We can work on that. That's something you can just practice a little, right? And we can talk through that too. Fizz, by the way, is not an easy matchup for Twisted Fate.
Well, yeah, you'll see this game. It's not an average game, is what I'm gonna say. It's kind of strange.
All right, but yeah, we can talk through it. But the Fizz matchup, you have to kind of get in his head and outthink him a little. But yeah, the
Yeah,
one v
I've
one
seen that
potential,
happen.
right? Oh, and I need to pause
Yeah,
this. Like, how would you fight like a Lucian?
with 1v1 potential,
Sure,
I'd
like
probably just stun Q, run away, wait for cooldowns.
yeah, like you kind of just want to kite him, right? Because if you're getting your Lichbane type item, right, you auto throw your gold card, or auto again, throw your cards, auto again, get out of there. Or use your gold card if he's just really fed and hungry for you. Throw your cards, kite him backwards, right? Do that.
Yeah,
If he gets too close for comfort, you can always ult out before he kills you.
yeah, because he has no hard CC.
Yeah, no hard CC, right? Against something like a Warwick, you got to play a little bit different because, like, if you're trying to Destiny out, he can always jump to you and cancel the channel. Then you're dead. Zac, same
Yeah,
kind of thing. You can gold card him out of the air though if you're good. Malphite, same kind of thing. He can just ult you, so that's scary. So you got to think about it. All right, what about your escape?
I have ult and I can just stun and run away.
Yeah, exactly. You can stun and run away. You can use your ult. You can do a bunch of things. What do you take on him? You're taking barrier. That might be because of the fizz, but sometimes
Well,
TFs
yeah,
take ghost flash. Just really
I
hard to
usually
do
take
anything.
either barrier or cleanse.
Why cleanse?
Just because I don't. I take cleanse if like their CC isn't also their damage.
I guess that makes
Like if
sense.
it's
Okay.
Annie, I'll take barrier, but if it's like Lux, I'll take cleanse.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
that makes sense because like if you get it bound as Lux, you want that cleanse to not get one shot by her. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Last one after the escape. Damage to take towers, right? Do you have
Yeah,
damage
I
to
can
take
use my
towers?
cards.
You can use your cards. What item are you probably going to get on TF?
Lichbane.
Yep. Which the more AP you have, the more your empowered auto does. So it's really, really good for like chunking down towers.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I'm thinking looking at your team. You probably want Renekton fed enough that he can split push. You want you fed enough that you can split push, and you hope your teammates don't feed too many kills trying to do the goon squad thing against a pick comp, right?
Yeah.
Because these guys won a team fight, but they have a pick fight a pick comp of their own. Can't talk today. Tell me about them, okay? And ignore your team. Just tell me like what they want to do down here. And I know you can't see,
Um,
but we're looking at a Warwick, a Zac, a Lucian, a Fizz, and a Malphite. What's their plan? How are they going
yeah.
to win the game?
Well, we already said they could team fight pretty easily and win.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess
So
they could also have a catch comp with Warwick or Zac.
yeah, Zac has a pretty low cooldown on his
Really
E.
long engage.
Warwick, like if Zac engages, Warwick engages, Malphite engages, Fizz engages, they can catch people out and pick people off too. And
Yeah.
Lucian's just there to right click things. So they have 3 really scary initiators. Warwick ult you can dodge, Zac ult you can dodge, Malphite ult is really hard to dodge. What would be a really good item for you to buy against this kind of thing?
Probably a Zonia's.
Yeah, why? Good.
Just because if Malphite ults, I can Zonia's and it won't do anything.
Yeah, how long does the Zonia stasis usually last for?
I think it's 2 seconds.
It's like 2.5, I believe. But yeah, here, let's look it up. If I don't know, Zonia's hourglass, just Google it.
You're probably right.
I don't know. It's been a while. I don't buy Zonia's ever. 2.5 seconds. But that's a long ass time, right? And we're saying like, okay, Malphite's gonna ult, and Zac's gonna follow up with his jump, and Warwick's gonna. Well, if they do that on your golden body, like it's not gonna do shit, right? And now their big cooldowns are down, and you're alive. Then you can like flash out of it as soon as the stasis ends. So we're thinking that would be a really good item. Good. I'm glad you picked that up. Excellent. So when do they want to start fighting? Like what is their goal? Like if you're the enemy jungler, what do you want to do? When do you want to start fighting? Because we know they want a team fight, right?
Yeah.
What do they want to do? They want to start running around as 5, level 1, level 2, level 8?
Level 6.
Level 6. Why level 6?
Malphite gets ult, Fizz gets ult, Warwick gets ult.
Yeah, Zac gets ult, but like whatever, it doesn't do as much as the other ones. Lucian gets ult, so if you're just like CC locked for like a second here, 2 seconds here, he just clicks R, and now you have no armor too, so that sucks.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going to be really scary at level 6. When do you want to do really risky bullshit as TF?
Not sure. I usually don't.
Okay, so this team, when are they super scary? We just kind of talked about it.
Level 6.
Level 6. Why are they super scary at level 6?
Because they have a lot of damage ult power spikes, CC.
Yeah, they have a lot of ultimate power spikes. Okay, cool. What happens after they use their ultimates? Are they as scary?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so
especially Malphite.
How long is Malphite's ult cooldown?
I think 2 minutes or more.
I don't know. Let's look. I think it's less than 2 minutes because he's going to build some CDR, right? But
I'm talking about like level 1 ult.
Oh, like level 6? Yeah. Okay. So here, let's look. I'm just looking up the wiki right now. Unstoppable Force. 130 seconds. You convert that into minutes. You are correct, sir. That is 2 minutes and 10 seconds. What does that look like with 40% CDR? 130 times 0.6. I'm going to do the math. It is a 78-second cooldown if he caps himself at CDR, so a little bit over a minute. So if he gets it all the way down to 100, that's a 1 minute cooldown. 100 seconds is max rank. Every 60 seconds it's going to be up. So early game, you have a 2 minute window before he buys CDR. Usually Malphites will buy probably some armor, right? And into Renekton, he's going to need some. So he's probably going to get what item first?
Yeah, Frozen Heart.
Frozen Heart would be okay. Usually Malphites get a different one, and it's to help them
Gauntlet.
It's to help them like push the lane. Frozen Gauntlet could be good. I'm thinking of a completely different
Sunfire Cape?
Sunfire Cape. And usually they take the mastery that lets them trade a little in lane to get some melee matchup. And the Sunfire Cape, like even the Bambi Cinder, if you're standing next to a minion, it counts as being in combat. Next auto attack, you steal a little bit of your health back. He can use this shield from his passive to trade. So if he gets a Sunfire Cape, he won't have CDR. If he does what you did, he gets Frozen Heart. By the way, would Frozen Heart be good this game? He's up against a Renekton, a Lee Sin, you, Urgot, and a Lulu. Frozen Heart a good buy?
I mean, maybe.
He likes the armor because you're like a 4 AD, or 3 AD. I'm sorry, Lulu's not AD.
I mean, Urgot's really not a attack speed ADC.
That's what I'm thinking too. Most of your guys are casters.
And I don't go attack speed TF.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking Frozen Heart would be kind of shitty. That's why I think he's probably going to go like a Sunfire Cape first to help push the wave, to have a little more armor, have a little more damage. And then if he's doing that, he won't have cooldown reduction. And what I'm trying to say is you have this 2 minute window where he doesn't have CDR, where you can mess around after their ults are used, right?
Yeah.
What's the cooldown in your ult? STF. Do you have it memorized?
Probably about the same of Malphite's.
Alright, so this is a thing you can do. Their power spike is whenever their ults are up and they're together and they're ready to wombo, right? Twisted Fate is all about split pushing. Your ultimate is a lot shorter. His was 210, yours is 180, and you're going to be rushing like items like CDR, like
Yeah.
Sheen probably. That's 10% CDR. It knocks his cooldown down a little. You're against Fizz, you're probably going to get an Abyssal Scepter first so you don't die. Zonia's has 10% CDR, right? Maybe you get the cooldown reduction boost so you can flash more often. You
Mhm.
know, so your ult is going to be on a much shorter cooldown than his. What I'm trying to say is you can abuse that window. When they wombo and murder like your idiot Urgot AD carry who's out of position, you now have 2 minutes and 10 seconds before Malphite ult is back up to like just do whatever you want. So make sure you abuse that, okay?
Yeah.
All right, that'll be something I want to look for too. Like that could be a mistake you're making. Maybe you're like a little too scared, playing a little too safe when you don't need to because they're not as big of a threat. Like think about Malphite without out his ult. Are you scared of him?
Not really.
Nah,
Unless he's got Thornmail and I'm AD.
I mean, yeah, but you're not. You're Twisted Fate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably not gonna like 1v1 him, but like he can't really kill you, right? So you can just ignore him and farm. You can push, be a little more aggressive. Now, what about Fizz? Been talking a lot about these tanks, right? What about your lane opponent?
Without his ult,
Yeah. Well, first of all, what's his ult cooldown? What do you think?
uh, 150
It is
seconds.
much shorter. Yeah.
Is
Uh,
it?
100 seconds at rank 1, 85 at rank 2.
Wait a second.
You doing the math in your head?
Yeah.
So if he gets CDR and Fizz is usually rush a Sheen and get a bunch of items of cooldown reduction and then like Abyssal Scepter, his ultimate's going to be up every minute. Less,
Yeah.
What's 40% of 70?
Um,
It is 28 seconds. So 70 minus 28, I'm doing the math right here. His ult at rank 3 with 40% CDR is up every 42 seconds. That means he can probably use it twice in a team fight if it drags on long enough, right?
yeah.
So you should be terrified of Fizz. Fizz is a hard matchup for Twisted Fate because he can one shot you. So you're probably going to want to play super safe and avoid him, right? Which your ult can help you do. If you get the Zonias, you can get like dodge a shark, which is pretty rad. Abyssal Scepter will keep you alive a little bit longer. You might want to go a little tankier this game, like a Rod of Ages type thing. And that's just because Fizz is terrifying and his ult is on such a low cooldown, and he can one shot you because you're squishy, right?
Yeah.
Other reason he's terrifying, like if you throw your gold card, what's going to happen if he's good?
He's gonna dodge it with his E.
Yeah, he's just going to jump up his playful trickster, and then he's going to flash his mastery mode as he eats you alive. So there's some
Yeah.
mind games that go into fighting him. These guys, you're less scared of them. Like Warwick runs at you, that's cute. Throw a gold card. You know, you're running away. By the time he runs at you again, your gold card is back off cooldown. Throw it again. Throw some more cards in his face. Zac, he can jump to you. You can dodge that. Throw a gold card. Walk away. Whatever. Malphite, if he doesn't have ult, no worries. Fizz will just one shot you. So you got to stay away from him. So that's what I would recommend. You want to split push. He wants to split push. Again, talking about you and Renekton since you're not watching the screen share since that bugged out. And then the
Yeah.
other three probably want to go around and use their abilities and their kit to just pick people off while everybody's chasing you around the map. Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. How do you guys want to win the game? Like we said, split pushing, so 1-3-1 makes sense. Like, what objectives do you care about?
Dragon and Baron.
Well, yeah, sure. Why?
I don't know. They give you buffs.
All right, which buffs do you care about? Like, okay, let's start with Dragon. You said Dragon, I agree with you, but if you don't know why it's good, then let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Which dragons? Like Cloud Dragon? Is that what you want?
It can help with split pushing.
Yeah, it's really good for your 1-3-1, so you don't get run down by a Fizz, right?
Yeah.
Good for split pushing. Why else is it really good on TF?
You can kite better with it.
You
I
can
guess.
kite better. You can get into range to throw your gold card. You can do a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. What about Ocean Dragon? Is this good? Do you give a shit about this?
Not really.
I agree. Like your blue card should give you plenty of mana. Renekton is manaless. He's going to be building lifesteal. Like if you're squishy enough that if you get caught, you're just dead. So like you're not worried about the health regen because if you get caught, you're just dead again. Lee Sin doesn't really care. Maybe Lulu cares, so she can spam her mana. Maybe Urgot cares, so he can spam his little like goofy spear things that he throws. I don't even know what the hell those are. I haven't played Urgot in a while. But pretty much Ocean you don't care about. So if you have a choice between like a Rift Herald and an Ocean Dragon, which one are you probably choosing?
Probably Rift Herald.
Yeah. Who do you want Rift Herald on this game?
Renekton.
Yeah. Why not you?
I just feel like it's better than Renekton.
Okay. Why?
Doesn't it make you tankier a little bit?
It does make you tankier. Do you know what it does? This is what I'm trying to get at. If you don't, it's fine.
No, I don't. I know.
Right, let's look it up.
You like charge up stacks like static shiv, similar to that.
Yeah. So
and it does extra damage.
So here we go. We're gonna look at this. The Rift Herald gives you the Glimpse of the Void buff. And if you get that on your teammate, they get 5% damage reduction while no allied champions are near. That's one of the reasons it's really good on Renekton. What's he going to be doing?
Split pushing.
Split pushing. If he's split pushing, our allied champion's going to be near.
No.
Cool. So he's 5% tankier. That's great. All right. Corruption is this static shiv-like thing that you were talking about. So it says at 100 charges, your next basic attack discharges all stacks of Corruption, dealing 15 to 270 magic damage at levels 1 through 18, and damage is halved for ranged champions.
Well, that's another reason we should have it on him, because he's melee.
Yeah, because he's melee, so he actually gets the full damage. Also, what kind of damage is he mostly?
AD.
He's AD, so this is magic damage. So now you made him both types of damage champion, and that'll help with his ult, which is magic damage. So now whoever's going to deal with him has to have armor and magic resist, or else they die. Yeah. So this would be really, really good on him. What else is super cool about this buff?
It lasts 20 minutes.
Yeah. Now, if you are planning to get this buff, there is a mastery you should always, always, always take.
Runic Affinity.
Yeah, why?
Because it makes it 3 minutes longer.
Yeah. So there's two ways to think about it. Like, I would look at your average game length on like op.gg. You can just like look at the last 10 games. Like, actually, do you mind if I look you up and like just see?
No, I don't mind.
op.gg. What is your name? You're like 1v2 mid?
Yeah.
1v2 mid. Any spaces or anything? I'll see if I can find it.
Space in between 1v2 and
All right,
mid.
I think I found it. So here, let's look at just your ranked ones and see how long they last. Oh, you've been playing ranked. Okay, that's fine. Here, let me refresh real quick. Oh, you're almost silver. Nice. All right, so 27 minutes, 20 minutes, 29 minutes, 19 minutes, 19 minutes, 30 minutes, 37 minutes, 18 minutes. I'm looking at this, and most of your games are ending by, like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So when would you normally get this buff?
Around like 10 to 15 minutes, probably.
Yeah, because it spawns at 10 minutes, right? So if your games are ending at like 30 minutes or sooner, does it make sense to take this mastery on anybody?
Well, if the game's ending before it would expire normally.
Yeah, like I'm right there with you, so it probably doesn't make sense. Now, like when I play games, apparently like every victory is hard, so my games are a little bit longer. They're like 44 minutes or something. So it might make sense for my top laner if he's like a split pusher to take this, just because for whatever reason my games are just lasting forever. So he can make use of the extra 3 minutes, be a little stronger for those 3 minutes. But like an easy way to check if it's worth or not, like if you're having 27-minute games, 20-minute games, 29-minute games, probably not worth it. Because if you get at 15 minutes, you're ending the game before like that would even come into effect. Might as well just take another mastery, be a little bit stronger elsewhere. Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to this, Rift Herald would be really, really good. Let's go back to the dragons. What are the other two dragons? We did Cloud and Ocean.
Infernal and Mountain.
Yeah, okay. Tell me about Infernal. Would that be good?
Yeah, damage is always nice.
Damage always nice. I agree. All right, and then Mountain. Would that be good?
Yeah, since we're split pushing.
Split pushing. Yes. More damage to towers. Remember what we said? The 4 good things of being a good split pusher are. 1 was damage to take towers. Infernal gives you that. Mountain gives you that. Out of all these dragons, which are the most important ones?
Infernal and Mountain, probably.
Yeah, okay. In what order, if you had to stack rank these dragons? From
Infernal, Mountain, Cloud, Ocean.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I would rank them, So if there's like a cloud dragon out there, you want it, but like, maybe not worth like having 4 people die to fight for it, right? Mountain dragon, like, you don't really give a shit about that because if you look at the enemy team, right, they don't really have any split pushers. They're not really going to be able to take towers unless they win a team fight. So like it's nice to
Yeah.
have, but they need to win the team fight before they can use it, right? And if you guys are playing right, they shouldn't be able to win the team fight.
Yeah.
So I think like if it's an infernal, you fight for it because Fizz is terrifying with infernal. If it's a
Yeah.
mountain or cloud or ocean, probably meh, give it up. Take an objective
Yeah.
somewhere else, split push. Maybe get Rift Herald or something, like trade Mountain for Rift Herald. Like that'd be really good. You'd probably like auto win the game if you got that unrenected.
Yeah.
All right, you mentioned Baron. Why would that be really good for your team?
It just helps pushing in general. It empowers the minions.
Pushing, split pushing. Okay, so a couple ways to think about this. If you are doing a 1-3-1, and I apologize, but I'm going to draw using RiftKit, which you can't see because the screen
Yeah.
share isn't working. But your team, I'm going to try to illustrate with my voice, with my words.
Well,
I'm
if
going
we
to
have
paint you a
one,
picture.
three, one, then we'll have empowered minions in every lane because
Yeah.
we've got at least one player in every lane.
So why would that be good?
Because we'll be pushing every lane at once.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it seems obvious, right? Okay, so you're pushing really hard in the side lanes. What will that do to the people? Let's say the enemy team is trying to do their 5-man wombo combo. They're all clumped up mid. If you have the empowered minions, remember their team comp is Warwick, Zac, Lucian, Fizz, and Malphite. Will they be able to clear the wave very easily?
Not really.
Yeah, their wave clear is super shitty. Like Warwick, if he gets a Tiamat, maybe he can help a little. Fizz, he'll have to blow his E to wave clear. Malphite, if he has Sunfire Cape, he can just kind of stand in the middle of it, I guess. Zac can like use his abilities to wave clear, but like they don't have very good wave clear. And when they go into wave clear, they're going to get poked a little by the Lulu and the Urgot probably. So that'd be really good for like stopping them from diving the tower because they usually want minions for that. They'll still do it because they have a Zac and a Malphite, but still it'll delay them a little. And also it'll let you guys take pressure in the bottom lane and the top lane a little bit sooner because it'll speed up your minions. It'll make them do more damage. It'll make them tankier as they attack the towers. It'll make them do extra damage to the towers. It gives you guys extra damage, which is really, really good. It also gives you escapes too because your recall is cut in half. So if you see like the 5-man goon squad coming bot to kill you, you don't have to blow your ult. You just recall into base, then ult back into whatever team fight is happening. So yeah, Baron would be solid. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you guys want to get this? Do you think you can just do a Baron against this team?
Probably not.
Yeah, why not?
Because if we're just all in the Baron pit, they can just do their wombo and we'll die.
Yeah,
and they'll get Baron.
Standing in one spot is pretty damn stupid. I agree. So like, what else would force you guys to do that?
Doing Dragon.
Doing Dragon, doing Rift Herald.
Yeah,
so,
just any objective really.
Any objective. So if you guys wanted to actually take a dragon, how would you do it? And like I'm just asking, like again, before the game, we'll actually watch this game, I promise.
Well,
but like if you wanted to do dragon, how would you set it up?
We could just have Renekton pushing top, and then he's got TP if we need him, and then I could ult to see if we can do it or not.
Yeah, for sure. Like Renekton pushing really, really hard, you could actually go top with him. As weird as that sounds. Why could you go top with him?
Because I have ult.
Yeah, because you have ult. Like Twisted Fate, global champion. The rule against global champions, you know what it is? Like, if you're a jungler, what are you supposed to do against globals?
Not sure.
The rule is you gank the global. Like, imagine I'm the Zac on this team, and I gank bot lane. What are you going to do mid?
I could TP bot.
Yeah, you're just going to click R, and now we're in a 3v3. Maybe the enemy jungler's there. Now we're in a 3v4. You know?
Yeah.
So what happens if I gank you mid?
Then it's a 1v2. Just
yeah.
like my name.
Yeah, exactly. You live up to your legacy then. So smart junglers, when they see a global ultimate, think like a Shen, think like a Karthus, think like a TF, think like a Nocturne, think like a Pantheon. You know, they're going to try to gank those champions because you can't use your global ultimate to help yourself because you're just kind of stuck there. And usually it takes a second to charge up, right? And if that happens, you just interrupt it and murder them. So I've got to realize that if you bring the party top, it's going to draw people top, right? So if you're trying to do a dragon, if you're trying to take a Rift Herald, you want to be on the opposite side of the map of that with your other person who also has, teleport, the summoner spell, so that they can get there. And if they don't take the bait, what happens? Like, let's say they just run straight for dragon. They're like, haha, we're not going to be fooled. What do you do?
We take their base.
Yeah, take their towers. Take 2 towers. Your Twisted Fate of Lichbane, you can do that really fast. Renekton can clear waves, you can save mana, it'll be great. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sergeant, I have had lane nocturnes over the past week. Okay, let me tell you, solo queue has been fun. You can gank a nocturne when he is playing in lane. And they have been quality players, let me tell you. So I'm just saying, like, sure. Just because it doesn't normally go in the lane doesn't mean it won't, especially in your promo games. I mean, this is coming from a guy that plays support Sejuani, so I probably deserve it, but still, it happens, man. It happens. All right, Noffles, back to you, though. Sorry, Sarjan, just throwing some well-deserved shade at me. So does that kind of make sense? We want to control the Riptide. We want to control most of the dragons except Ocean. Screw that. We don't care. We want to get Baron if we can, but if you don't want to do the Baron, you probably want to wait for the enemy team to try to do it, murder them, or like ace them elsewhere and then do it. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. So that's kind of how I would play this game. Let's see what actually happens, because everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, right?
Yeah.
And apologies, my pet mini pig is grunting. She is begging for attention. I was rubbing her belly, and then I stopped, and now she's like, "What the fuck?" You know, trying to get me to do it again. So apologies if that's annoying. All right, let's actually watch the game, okay?
All right.
I'm going to watch on double speed. I'm going to skip to where the game actually starts, which is, it looks like, right around 16 seconds. Let me know when you're ready, and we can synchronize YouTube watches. I'm using the YouTube clock, okay?
All right. I'm ready.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1, go, okay?
Yeah.
On you.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we're watching. If you're just tuning in, here's the link to the video we're watching. Oh, nice. He knows where that quote came from. Well played. Why are you starting the Doran's Ring?
I don't know. It's recommended.
Okay, why are you starting the Doran's Ring?
I don't really need mana sustain, so I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know what else I would start.
It's really cost efficient. It gives you AP, gives you health,
Yeah.
which makes you a little tankier. Oh, nice moves. I like that you're dancing. Good. What should you be doing instead of this?
Invading, warding, stuff like that.
Guarding jungle entrances. What happens
Yeah,
if the enemy team jumps on your team who's doing the exact same dance on the red buff right now? Whose fault is it?
It's mine, probably, for not helping them.
Yeah, well, all you have to do, again, looking at Riftkit, and I have the game paused at a minute 25 YouTube time, but looking at Riftkit, all you have to do is stand in that bush, kind of by, like, above Dragon, not the little one, not the pixel bush, not the one by red bush, the one on the side of the lane. Just stand in here, and you're watching the lane. If you want to go dance under tower, drop your ward at one of these entrances.
Okay.
Because if your jungler is starting like here on red buff, you need to cover this entrance, which is the one between dragon and your lane, and then the other entrance in the tri-brush, which is the one between dragon and bot lane. You need to get both of those. Usually your support and AD carry will cover the bot one. It's your job to cover the mid one. If you're a really quality player, what you'll do is you'll ward one and guard the other. Like, so they can invade his blue buff too, right? So you'll put a ward kind of up by Baron, like in that area that wraps around, goes past Wolves, goes to blue. Put a ward there, and then you'll walk over here and kind of guard. You probably don't want to face check that bush, because by then the enemy team could get there, but you then want to stand kind of by chickens, just so you can, behind the wall, just so you can see if anybody's walking in or not. If they have hooks, maybe you take the long way around, go like, and stand right by your chickens, just so you can see if anybody's walking in.
Okay.
But either of those is far superior to what you're doing, which is nothing.
Yeah.
All right, now the Doran's Ring. How is this lane going to go? And this, I don't know if you play a lot of TF. It looks like you might be learning him, which is why you're asking for coaching. But like, what is Fizz going to do to you?
Once he hits 6, he's probably gonna make me sad.
Yeah, like when he hits 6, he's going to all-in you every time his ult's up, sure. What's he going to do earlier, like in lane, when you only have a Doran's Ring?
He's probably gonna try and get as much farm as possible.
He can. Is Fizz good or bad at farming?
Pretty good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Why is he good?
He can just E the wave if he gets pushed under turret.
If he E's the wave, what happens?
It pushes towards me.
It pushes towards you, sure. If he E's the wave, what also happens if you're a good TF player and want to murder your lane opponent?
He doesn't have E.
He doesn't have E. What happens if he doesn't have E?
I can harass him.
Yeah. Auto, gold card, auto, throw your Q. Now he's chunked down to have health. Has to
Yeah.
pop a couple potions. Okay, so let me ask you again. Is Fizz good or bad at wave clear?
If he wants to be safe, then no.
Yeah, okay, now do Fizz players want to be safe? Like when you think about Fizz, is the player fantasy that Riot Games and their infinite wisdom is going for safety?
No.
No. Like, what do Fizz players want to do?
They want to get kills
They want
and
to get
snowball.
kills. They want to go ham. Like, this guy is going to have 12 farm at 20 minutes and probably 12 kills.
Yeah.
Or he's going to lose, right? This guy, I'm assuming, is going to be farming champions, not minions. Like that's what he came to do. Came here to chew bubblegum and all in, and he's all out of one of those. The one that's a noun. You picking up what I'm laying down?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you again. Is he going to be able to farm pretty easily?
No.
What happens if he's just sitting there auto-attacking the wave? Are you just going to sit there and like dance next to him? What are you going to
I'm
be
gonna
doing?
auto attack him.
You'll be auto-attacking. Why are you auto-attacking him?
Because I've got my E passive. It does extra damage if I auto, and I can just use blue card on him and never run out of mana.
Yeah, and you can use blue card on him, never run out of mana. Why else can you auto? Like what if he's like, but I would auto you back?
He's melee, I'm ranged.
He's melee, you're ranged. Okay, cool. Exactly. So Fizz, because he is melee, shouldn't be able to farm against you, right? If you guys just both try to farm and play safe, I'm gonna wait till I get 6 and get my shark. You just wait, TF. Leave me alone a little. Then when I'm 6, then I'll show you. He's not thinking like that.
Yeah.
So what is he gonna do if he's a good player? Probably level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just gonna say yeah? He's gonna type yeah in all chat?
No, he's gonna go in level 2.
Yeah, he's gonna go all in level 2. How do you know he's gonna go all in?
And his E.
He has Ignite. It might be his Q and W, actually.
Oh, really?
He could go his E. Like I don't play a lot of
try to
Fizz.
dodge the stun and then go in.
E
if
to
he
dodge
does
the stun kind of makes sense, but I imagine like if he walks at you, and doesn't have his Q to gap close, you'll just walk away. You know what I mean? And then if he uses his E, you're still walking away. So he uses his E to gap close, autos you once. Okay, cool. You're still gonna walk away, right? And then you're gonna hit him, and then you're gonna trade back. So do you think he's gonna all in level 2?
He might.
Okay, what happens if he does WQ? His W is usually what Fizzes start, so they can like clear the wave a little bit faster, makes it easier to last hit, gives him a little damage on his passive, right?
Yeah.
And his Q is his little gap close thing. It's like a little.
Yeah.
He dashes through a minion, does extra damage, right? It's like an auto attack reset that's also ranged. It's goofy. What happens if he WQs to you and then tries to auto? What should you do?
Just stun him and walk away.
Yeah, stun him, walk away. Throw autos, something like that. Because once he uses his Q, it's on cooldown. So Fizz is smart. Is he going to all in you at level 2?
Probably not.
No, when's he going to all in
He'll
you?
probably wait for 3.
Yeah, why 3?
Because then I'll have all of his abilities.
Yeah, okay, so what happens if he WQs in, he sees you throw the gold card in the air, what does he do then?
He dodges it.
He dodges it with E. Okay, you're not walking away because you lagged out. What does he do with his E?
He hurts me with it.
Yeah, he falls on you.
Slows me.
All right, it's not a good time for him to continue the fight. What does he do with his E?
Oh, he could back off if
he backs off. That's probably what's going to happen. He's going to look for an all-in, so you're looking to position well so that he can't do that. Now, when his E's on cooldown, what should you be doing?
Harassing him because he can't get to me.
Exactly. I mean, he can with his WQ, but if he gets to you, you just throw an E, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, for this lane, is the Doran's Ring going to help you at all with all that bullshit we just talked about?
I mean, it gives me a little health. It'll help me survive.
60 health, man. It gives you 60 health. That is true.
But other than that, I mean, I don't really need the mana sustain.
Don't need the mana because you have blue. So a lot of this item is mana. You do get 15 AP, which makes you hurt a little bit more, but
Yeah, that's good.
So that's good.
What else would I go?
There are a couple things you can go. Remember, you have 500 gold at the beginning, right? So what could you get instead that would help? Remember, this kind of thing is him trying to all-in you, right?
I could get a corrupting potion for sustain.
Corrupting potion would be cool.
All's
Uh,
in, all ends.
let's say you look at his runes and he is just flat AP. He has like 30 AP. No magic resist,
Okay.
no armor, no health. He's just flat AP. Is corrupting potion a good idea?
No, I could go a magic resist, 450 gold magic resist item and a potion.
I mean, you could. Like, you have to be really good at last hitting with TF if you're going to do that. But I mean, like,
Oh,
you could. That would actually help. That would let you survive the lane and not die. And he would be super pissed off and probably start tilting. And then he would have to last hit, and he's playing a champion that sucks at last hitting. Like, that would actually be kind of smart. Now, like, I'm thinking of a completely different item, and I'm thinking about it for a reason. Do you want to keep guessing, or do you want me to just tell you?
you can. I don't know if I'm right. This might sound stupid, but Doran's Blade.
Doran's Blade. Okay, why Doran's Blade? Tell me. 450
Because
gold.
I'm gonna be autoing him a lot,
Uh-huh.
and it's got AD.
It's got AD. Sure. It
Got
has a little
life
bit of life
steal and
steal, so you can heal a little.
and health.
And health. I like that better than the Doran's Ring, actually, because again, because of your blue card, you don't need the mana sustain. I was thinking of a different item, but yeah, that actually could work. It give you a little more all-in potential. You do have like a couple like auto attack resetty things, like with your pick a card, works well with your passive. I
What
mean,
were
it
you
gives you a little
thinking of?
sustain. I'm thinking of something a little bit different, a little bit wonkier.
What would that be?
Boots, boots and pots.
Oh,
Tell me why, and tell me if it's
um,
dumb too. Argue with me if you don't like it.
well, you'd have more pots for sustain, and the boots would help you avoid him pretty much.
Yeah, let's say he WQs onto you. If you don't have boots, he can probably stick to you, right?
Yeah, or I could just run away if I have boots.
If you have boots, you can kind of keep kiting him. You can keep that magical distance between you and him. It'll also help you
Yeah,
run away so he can't get those last couple autos on you and spread out his dot, right? His damage over time. Also, how much do boots cost?
300,
300. How much do you have left to level 1?
200.
How much potions are 200 gold worth of potions? God, that was a hard sentence to say for some reason.
You can get 4,
You can get 4.
opposed to 2.
Opposed to 2 or opposed to 1 with your Doran's Blade. But at the
Yeah.
same time, you can make use of the life steal. How much is your auto attack level 1? We can see it right now on the screen. I've paused at. I guess you can see it always, right? It's 52, right?
52. Yeah,
How much life steal does a Doran's Blade give you? It's like 3%?
3%.
I'm going to
Yeah,
check. I'm not sure. What's
but it also
3% of
gives you
52?
8
Oh boy. Okay, so what's 3% of 60?
AD. Like 2.
0.03 times 60. All right, you're getting 1.8 health back per auto.
Yeah, that's
Now,
pretty legit.
are you going to want to be autoing a whole bunch against the Fizz?
Yeah, because I'm ranged and he's melee.
Against Fizz, it makes sense. What about the wave, the minion wave? What happens if you auto him a
Yeah,
whole bunch?
it'll attack me,
It'll attack you. If it attacks you, what's it not attacking?
my minions, and
Then what happens?
then my wave pushes.
And what happens when your wave pushes and he freezes at his tower?
Then I have to be pushed up, and I can get ganked really easily.
Yeah, or he has, the entire lane to murder you when he gets level 3 and all ends, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thought process for why this would be dumb. Sure, it gives you some extra health. Sure, it gives you some extra damage. Sure, it gives you 2 health per auto attack. Whoopity doo dah. But I do think it'd be better than Doran's. This does give you AP, which you really like. It gives you health, which is a little bit of survivability. But if you look at this, Doran's Ring, you got 60 health. Your 2 potions, each one of those gives you 150 health. They're the same as a Ruby Crystal, right? If you get the
Yeah.
boots, you can run away, be faster. You're going to want to rush them anyway. If you get like the CDR boots, you'll have your flash on a lower cooldown. You'll have more abilities, more gold cards, right? And then also you'll have the 4 potions. Each one of those potions 150 health. He has to then like harass you down through 150 plus 150 plus 150 plus 150. That is 600 health. How much health do you have right now? Level 1?
About 600.
Yeah, 582. So if you get boots into 4 pots, you have doubled your health bar. And remember, you got your health just natural regen, right? And if he tries to all in you, you can walk away a lot easier, which buys time for you to lock in your gold card. I don't know if you have like all the challenger TF mains are saying like, yeah, man, I just feel the rhythm, and I know exactly what card it's going to be because it's coded that it's always the same. Yeah, because they're scripting exactly.
Yeah.
That's what that means. So, like, sure, they're really good at that, but I'm assuming if you're learning TF, we're going to watch and you're going to, like, screw up the cards a few times. You're going to let it cycle past a gold card once or twice. The boots will let you
Yeah.
make up for that kind of learning curve, okay?
All right.
Also, in this lane, are you looking to fight the Fizz?
Not really.
Not
I'm
really?
trying.
Does that mean kind of
Right.
yes? Are you saying there's a
Well,
chance?
after 6, definitely not. But before then, maybe if I get a gank or something.
If you get a gank, yeah. If you get a gank, yes, you can definitely do it because you can set up ganks by throwing your gold card. He throws his E. He maybe tries to all in you. You just baited a beautiful gank for your jungler to come in and clean up.
But
Um,
after 6, I just want to use my ult to roam and help other lanes.
yeah, exactly. After you hit 6, your job is to shove your wave as hard as possible. Why is shoving your wave really good against Fizz?
Because he can't farm very easily.
Yeah, because he has shitty wave clear. What does he have to use to wave clear?
His E.
His E. If he uses his E, what doesn't he have?
His E.
His E. Okay, if he doesn't have his E, what does that mean for you?
He's vulnerable and I can maybe kill him.
Yeah, you can throw. Well, you might not be able to kill him. I'm assuming he's going to rush like a. Well, I don't know. Fizzes are thirsty. He might not get a Negatron early. But okay, yeah, he uses his E to wave clear. So you throw your gold card, it lands because he can't dodge it. You auto, Q, whatever. And because you have boots, when he tries to gap close with his Q and then W or whatever to auto attack you and win the trade, waiting for Z to come back off cooldown, you can just walk away and laugh at him.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my thought process here is you want to play safe. You're not looking to fight. Doran's Ring is like a fighting item, right? Like you're actually looking to dominate. It's also I'm going to run out of mana because I have to use my abilities a whole bunch item. But with your blue card, you don't really give a shit about that.
Yeah.
So like I don't think it's a good item on TF. Now, if there are TF mains in the chat that are like arguing with me or they're like have all this pent up rage and frustration, like no, Gandhi, you're wrong. Just tell me. Let's talk about it. Let's get it all out. But I'm pretty sure like the logic here is pretty sound because Fizz beats you if you just try to like brute force all in him. You kind of have
Yeah.
to like shove him in, wait for him to use his abilities, wait for him to run out of mana trying to wave clear with his abilities, and then you fight. Or like you said, you wait for your jungler to come and then you fight. If you just try to 1v1 him, he has Ignite You a barrier. He's up a combat summoner. If you try to fight, he's doing a whole bunch of damage, right?
Yeah.
So what's the arguments on TF? Starting item. We're trying to figure out what's best. I think in this matchup, he wants boots in 4 pots. King Chandler. That's what we're
Yeah.
thinking. But do you kind of see the logic there?
Yeah.
Also, then you only need 600 gold to get your CDR boots, which will give you
Yeah,
more
that's
abilities, which will give you more mana back if you're using the blue cards, which will give you more gold cards. Like maybe you throw a gold card by accident, or you throw a blue card and Fizz tries to all in you because you don't have your stun or something. Like it's good to have the extra cooldown on flash for those situations, the extra cooldown on barrier. What's the cooldown on barrier if you
180
have boots?
seconds.
It is
But
180
with
seconds if you
boots,
have the
it's I
boots.
think 155.
Um, let's do this. I tell my students to make a post-it
I have
note.
one. Yeah.
If you're watching the stream right now, because I know the screen share isn't working, I have just a text box up here. Here, let me just post it in chat. It's probably going to be formatted all shitty. Let's see. No, not too bad. Here, I posted it in Twitch chat. So you guys like paste that into a Word doc. I think it'll be formatted a little bit better. But what you want to do is you have the cooldowns, right? I saw this on Dyrus' stream. It's like, oh, that is such a good idea. I should just put that on my second monitor because my pigs keep eating my sticky notes. But you have the cooldowns
Yeah,
for
I have a
none.
sticky note because you told me to make one.
Yeah, sticky notes are great, but like if you have 2 monitors, just why not use technology? But
Yeah,
also, what's
that's
great about this is if you have the boots, this tells you what the cooldown is. If you have the mastery,
I
do you know what
think I
mastery I'm
do
talking about?
actually. Yeah, insight. I think I have that on TF.
Yeah, so if you have both, look at the cooldown on your barrier.
Yeah, almost a minute less.
2 minutes and 15 seconds. It's 45 seconds off your barrier. So if you rush the CDR boots and you have the insight mastery, which you're
I'm
sacrificing a
checking
little bit
right
of damage. You're sacrificing a little bit of damage, but remember you're
now.
trying to split push.
Yeah, I don't have it. Whoops.
Well, I
I
don't
might
know.
start bringing it actually.
This one I could argue for. Like I think this one might be this matchup because Fizz, remember his ult cooldown is really, really short and he's just thirsty as hell and is going to be trying to all in you if he's good. Because of that matchup, you may want to get the Insight Mastery just so your flash is on a 3-minute 45-second cooldown when you get your Ionian boots, and because your barrier will be on an even shorter cooldown, right? Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
You may also want to take exhaust into him. Remember, he has that big old burst. I know exhaust isn't as good, but if you look at this, if you take that mastery and you take the CDR boots, your exhaust is now on a 2 minute and 38 second cooldown.
Yeah.
So really, really good against people that are going to be trying to like melt your face off every couple minutes, right? Just something to think about. Something to think about. So I really like rushing the boots because even if you don't have the mastery, right, it takes a few seconds off your ghost, your barrier, your whatever. And sometimes people don't check. Like, what's the trick if you don't know if someone's running one of these or not?
You can hold tab and
And
check their
yeah, you
summoners.
can hover over it. Like normally flash is 300 seconds. If you notice that it's 255,
255. Yeah.
you know that they have like the insight mastery and that's reducing it. If you see that they bought the CDR boots, what do you know? Well, they have the CDR boots,
It's even
dummy.
lower.
Yeah, so it's even lower. And you can actually count it out. So some people will time the summoners incorrectly because they don't check for that. So if he thinks you don't have flash up because he blew it last fight and he's counting on that 5 minute cooldown, then he all ins you and tower dives and your flash is up because you're not a dummy and you took this mastery, you took these boots, right? Then you just make him look stupid. And you spam your masteries, you walk away with 1 health or whatever, and he dies to the towers. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
speaking of that.
cool. I mean, I know we should probably watch this game, but I'm looking, it's a 20-minute game, so I'm trying to stretch this out a little too.
Yeah, it was a surrender at 20 type of thing.
Nice. Maybe, depending on who surrendered. But already, okay, does that kind of make sense? Well, I don't like the Doran's Ring just because of the matchup, and we kind of like talked through it, right? He's going to wait
Yeah.
until about level 3 and then all in you. The Doran's Ring won't really help if you're getting all in, because what happens if he chunks you down to 3/4 of your health?
Then the mana thing isn't going to help that much.
Yeah, the extra mana is going to help when you're getting zoned off the minions, right?
Yeah.
What if you have 2 pots though, right? Okay, you burn through the 2 pots, you're back to full health. You go back up to farm. What's he going to do?
Do it again.
He's going to do it again. If you get the boots, you can kite him a little bit easier, which means it'll be less damage dealt to you, and
And I'll have more pots.
you'll have more pots. And then by the time you actually start getting your ult and stuff, like you're going to be everywhere on the map. Maybe you can ult back to lane. Like, I don't know. You'll have more options. If you have the CDR boots, you'll be moving everywhere. If you get your Lich Bane has movement speed in it too. So if you rush your tier 2 boots, get your Lich Bane because you want that Sheen proc, you want that extra damage to towers, you want that extra ability power, you'll be moving really, really fast. So, okay, cool. He burned through all your shit. Great. You just walk back to lane, next cannon wave. Remember, Fizz has good or bad wave clear?
But
Bad. Okay, he has to use Z to blow everything. While he's doing that and taking forever, you're just like taking your sweet time walking back to lane, but it's not really that sweet of a time because you're walking pretty damn fast because of your items. Make sense?
Yep.
What's your setup, runes and masteries?
I have tier 2 runes.
Okay, fix that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
step one. I know you're playing normal games right now, so it's fine. But get real runes. Just give Riot $5 and get an IP boost, so you can actually play with the big boys.
I have some tier 3s, but it's
yeah.
like
This
half
looks
and
tier
half.
3. This looks tier 3. This looks tier 3. Yeah, I'm glad you're not taking the hybrid pen ones. Those used to be pretty core on TF, but now they like scale with lethality. So the whole point of them was like the early levels in lane. Now because it's lethality, which is like a late game scaling thing, like they're not as good. It like picks up like level 6 onward, I think. So not quite as good, but like get some quints. If movement speed quints actually pretty damn good on him. But
I was planning on getting some of those for Singed.
yeah, like if I noticed that you've been playing Singed, right? So like here, he's one of your most mastered ones. So definitely buy those for him because they're amazing. And if you're playing TF mid, you want the movement speed quints anyway. So why would movement speed quints be good if you're rushing, tier 2 boots and Lich Bane?
They'll just add on to that.
And a global alt and a split pushing champion. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you hear how it's all adding up?
Yeah.
And are you really looking to win lane as Twisted Fate? You can, but are you looking to win lane?
Not really. Usually when I'm playing, I'm trying to get other lanes ahead with my ult.
Yeah, exactly. And you're looking to be just so freaking annoying, like split pushing, that 3 people come to deal with you, and then you ult away or whatever when they're just about to catch you. You have Zonia, so you can stall that out as well. Like, you want the movement speed quints to catch people. Different TF mains some will take AP because they want to kill people. Whatever. Okay, Hashinshin, you do you, man. But the people that actually will play the macro game and try to split push and take towers, a lot of them take the movement speed quints. It also helps you like hunt people down with that gold card when they're like flash healing away from you when you're tower diving or whatever. So really, really good. Try it out. It'll be good for your Singe too. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I hate your item. Remember we said
Sorry.
how the lane's going to play out. It's fine. Like, this is why you're getting coaching, right? Like, to
Yeah.
get better. Try it out. If you don't like it, if you're like, you know what, Gunday, you're wrong. You're stupid. I like my Doran's ring. You do you. I'm not your dad. You play League the way you want. But I think what's
Okay.
going to happen is this guy is going to jump on your face level 3 if he's smart and try to all in you. And he's going to burn through your 2 pots. And then he's going to all in you again when he comes off cooldown with Ignite and kill you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm predicting is going to happen. So let's see, okay?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I'm starting right at 130.
Oh. Hold up.
Okay, here. Actually, I'm gonna stop at 140. Let me know when you're ready, and then I'll go.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, cool. So you're still dancing at tower. Good. Haven't used your
Yeah.
ward. Good. All right, you're just autoing the wave. Good. Is this good or bad?
Well, I'm shoving it, which is bad.
Oh, you're not actually. You let him shove it.
Oh. Well, then good.
All right, I'm gonna pause at 220.
Okay.
Okay,
Are you on ×2?
I'm on ×2. Yes.
Okay, so that would explain it.
Yeah, turn on ×2. It'll be better.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on that now.
So what mistake have you made?
I don't know.
How many times have you auto attacked him?
1, I think.
I saw a 1 in there.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, can Fizz kill you?
He's still level 1.
He's still level 1. What ability did he take?
I didn't pay attention to that.
All right. If you wanted to know what ability he took, is there a way to tell?
Right now?
Mhm.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, if he had his W, what would be showing up, on these minions as he auto attacks them?
The little icon of the spear.
Yeah, the little damage over time would be ticking down, so you can look at these and see if that's happening. I also think he gets a little like passive indicator under, so it's good that you clicked on him to see. So if he doesn't have that, what abilities does he have?
Either Q or E.
Either Q or E. And he hasn't used any mana, so you're not sure yet. If you wanted to find out really quickly, what's a really good way to do it?
Flash at him and see if he's away.
Yeah, sure. Flash at him. That is one way. He will most definitely use an ability if you blow your flash early. I guarantee that. What's a more conservative way that won't get you killed and give up first blood?
You should probably tell me.
Just auto attack him more.
Okay.
When did we say he was gonna fight you?
Level 3.
Level 3. Is he level 3 yet?
No, he isn't.
All right. Who wins right now?
Oh, I do. Because
Why?
I'm level 2.
Well, you're level 1, but.
Or I'm about to get level 2.
Well, so is he, right?
Shit, you're right.
Who wins right now? Level 1 to level 1.
Well, he has Ignite.
He does have Ignite.
Barrier, so
but you have Barrier. How much does Ignite do level 1? It's like 30 damage or something. Like
it's 70.
Like it's just something adorable. It's not going to do anything. All right.
Okay.
What I'm trying to get at is he is essentially just a minion right now because he only has one ability. Usually they take W level 1. Even if he takes Q, it's such a long cooldown. Whatever. He jumps to you. Now he's in the middle of your minions getting hit because it's an on-hit auto attack. He uses his E. Cool. Now he doesn't have his escape. Tell your jungler, who's almost done with his third camp, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. What should you be doing right now? Because you are ranged and he is a melee minion. Yes. Okay. What is that going to do to the wave?
It's going to make it attack me and then my wave pushes it.
Yeah, your wave's going to push it, but right now your other wave is reinforcing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to pull these minions actually this way, and that'll kind of let you freeze the wave. Also, while that's going on, you're still auto attacking him. If he backs off, you just back off. No big deal. If he doesn't back off and he goes into you, he's walking into this next wave of minions coming. And he's going to have to fight with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these minions on top of him, right? Lee Sin is finishing up his third buff. It kind of makes sense. Also, he can't kill you. And we just went over why, right? Because you have barrier, because you're ranged, and if he's going to walk at you, you're just going to auto attack, walk back, auto attack, walk back, auto attack, walk back. If he blows a gap closer on you, he's in the middle of your minions. Stand your ground, auto attack. You have all your friends here that'll pile on and smack them with their little shields and swords and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to rewind to 2 minutes on the YouTube video. I want you to watch this again, okay?
All right, hold on.
Right when Urgot leaves the game. That's when I want you to start.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. So right now, do you see how much respect you are giving this guy that has no chance in hell of killing you?
Yeah.
Oh, you got one auto. Good. Good use of trading stance.
Thank you.
All right, you hit level 2. I like that you're going big. You threw the red card, though. All right.
I was trying to make the splash damage hurt him like I did there.
Oh, I see. Okay, see what you just did there, where you just went into him and he backed off at like 2 minutes and 40 seconds?
Yeah.
That's what you should have been doing the entire time level 1.
Okay.
All right. Now, what's another reason you want to be chunking him down before he hits level 3?
So then when he is level 3, he can't do anything.
Yeah, okay, he's at 1/3 health. Is he going to all in you? You're full health.
Probably not.
He's going to jump into your minions and all in you of 1/3 health. He's going to blow his ignite. You barrier, you dance a little, spam your mastery. Maybe you let the caster minions get the kill, let them feel good. Usually they get killed, you know. Be good for morale on the blue side minion locker room. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like seriously, this is how you play this lane. Early game, you have the advantage. You need to crush him. Like here, someone in chat is yelling. If this was Nice coaching, he would be yelling no auto 10 times. Yeah, like he would, because he'd be crying. Because this is sad. Do you see it though?
Yeah.
All right. So also because you didn't auto, like the waves are in a weird spot. Like you started doing your harass combo right before he's about to hit level 3. Like look at your experience bar, right?
Yeah.
When
Like
he kills this wave, his experience bar is going to be right there. Next wave, he's going to hit level 3 because that's when you're going to hit level 3. He has the same experience you do, right? Where's the minion wave going to be when that happens? Closer to your tower, closer to his tower?
Closer to his.
All right, is that good or bad?
Bad.
Okay, so he's going to be close to full health, and you're going to have to go up close to his tower to farm. Also, you've been throwing red cards instead of blue cards, so you're almost out of mana.
Yeah.
Are you starting to see what's about to happen?
Yeah, but what I've been trying to do is, like, I last hit a minion and harass him at the same time with the red card.
I guess that's good. But what's one problem with using the red card to last hit and harass?
It pushes the wave.
It pushes the wave.
Minions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Use your blue card to harass him. Use your auto attacks to hit the minion. Okay. Like you can.
Yeah, but I'm garbage at CSing, so I have to use blue to last hit.
Okay. Well, what can you do if you're garbage at CSing?
Practice CSing.
Practice CSing in the brand new practice tool, the solo practice mode that Riot released on Valentine's Day, because that's funny as shit. Just do that. I can show you how to set that up. Just make towers at infinite health. Lock the experience. Just practice over and over again. Usually, what I do is I'll go 2 cannon minion waves, so that's 6 waves, and I'll see if I can get 36 out of 38. I've shown you the Elander's guide to see CS like a challenger, right? I'm probably slaughtering his name.
Yeah.
Do that.
I've seen it.
And then once you get good at that, throw the robots in, get good at destroying them, and then come back and shit on these Fizz players, okay?
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, but do that. Like, when I hear, but I have to use my abilities to last hit the minions good. Like, no. That's like a jungler support main talking about laning.
That's what I used to be before I started playing.
Yeah. But if you're playing mid now, and your name's 1v2 mid, you got to get good at last hitting, all right?
Yeah, I'll commit.
All right. So do that. Literally, if you did it for like 5 to 10 minutes a day for a month, like you'll probably be gold. Just because nobody does this and everybody sucks at it.
Okay.
All right. So that's first piece. Right here, I'm at 247 on YouTube.
Right.
I want to watch this Fizz all in you.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So you've pushed up the wave. This wave, he is going to hit level 3.
Yeah.
You're not autoing him still.
I know.
You just locked in a blue card. Good. Okay, you're level 3 now. Oh, okay. Pushing this up. I like that you're shoving this into his tower, but you did it too slowly. Now it's frozen, right? Okay, he just used his gap close. Oh, you just locked the blue card. Oh, there's your flash. That's amazing. All right, if he was better, you would have died. What are 2 things you could have done better? Actually, here, let's rewatch that in slow motion. There are a bunch of little things you could have done better. You're lucky you lived. You screwed up. I'm gonna put speed at half speed. I'm gonna watch at 3:15. You also did
All right.
something really well, but then you kind of screwed it up too. Let's actually start at 3 minutes.
Okay.
I'm at
At
half
half
speed.
speed.
Half speed. Let me know when you're ready. Three, two, one, go.
All right. Hold on.
That's fantastic, though.
Ready?
Congratulations for living.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So here you're holding onto that blue card. If he's good, he'll just all in and fight you.
Oh yeah.
Right when that cannon minion's about to die. I think he's probably baiting for the jungler who sees Lisa in top, so he knows there's no way in hell that he's going to get counter ganked. You lock in the blue card again, right when Fizz hits 3. That's a mistake,
Yeah.
because if he's good, he's going to jump on you. All right, Lee Sin just got to kill top. People just got to kill bot. You don't see Zach with an assist. Where's Zach probably if he's not top or bot?
Probably not, or probably mid. Or
Yeah,
farming.
right. That's what he's probably mid. Oh, you see him now, and you walk in.
Yeah, I need to look at the map more.
Need to look at the map more. Also, when you see the jungler walking at you, don't lock a blue card.
Yeah.
Good use of getting damage. Good flash. Good use of barrier to kind of bait that out. Actually, you played that really well. He actually blew his E a little too early. Good use of mastery emote.
Okay. Good use of not even close in chat.
Beautiful. 6 health. All right, I'm going to pause at 340. You did something really, really well that I thought you didn't do. There was one thing that was really, really good. What was it?
I don't know.
It's the reason you lived.
Using my potion.
Using your potion. You would have died if you didn't do it. Most players don't do that.
Yeah, sometimes it's weird. Like, I'll use it and I don't even realize I use it.
So that was good. Way to think about it. Anytime you think you're about to fight, just pop the potion, okay? Like, if we go back to 3 minutes again, maybe watch that whole series of events. I'm just going to play it again. As soon as you take a little bit of harass, just pop the potion. Like, at the beginning. I actually want to see when you do it. Because here, like, you're not even auto-attacking him, so the minions aren't hitting you, which is weird. God, he's taking all this damage, too. So this Fizz isn't very good. He's not attacking you. He should be. But let's see when you actually do the potion. I'm like at 3:15, watching it. We see Zach shortly after. There's other stuff you can do too, like you can look and see what kind of buffs he has. You can count his CS when you're like dead or like walking back to lane. He shows up here, counting the seconds before you realize he's here. Looks like 5-6 seconds before you realize he's there.
I realize he's there when the circle appears on the ground.
Yep, that's what I saw. You pop the potion about 5 seconds after you started fighting, so it could be a little bit better if you pop it sooner.
Yeah.
Your barrier saved you. That was really good. This guy got too salty. If Zach came with him, like, that's a kill on you. So, like, this is still you screwing up. This isn't amazing, but it's fantastic that you lived, because now he's going to tilt. Oh, it's hilarious. And then the not even close is fantastic. Make sure he's extra tilted. Good. All right, I'm going to turn it back to 2 times speed. I'm at 342. All right?
All right. Give me a second.
Also, where you're recalling, if Zach's good, you're dead.
Yeah. All right, I'm good. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so it's things to work on. Look at the map. Don't insta-lock the blue card when you're being ganked. Pop your potion a little bit earlier. Everything else was perfect.
I bought Lost Chapter.
Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, okay, you really need that mana regen, right?
I really don't.
Who on their team heals?
Zach.
Warwick.
Yeah, that too.
That's it, right?
I'm trying to remember their team, yeah.
Zach was the jungle. It was like Warwick top. They had a Malphite support, Lucian AD carry, then Fizz. So you're buying it for Warwick or Zach? Are they strong right now?
No.
No. Do you need to buy it for them now?
No. I don't know why I did that.
Didn't you just type in all chat, not even close, baby, to a Fizz main?
Yeah.
All right, so what's he going to do now?
Go AFK.
Hopefully. We can only hope.
No, that's actually what he did.
That's amazing. Okay, beautiful. Let's
So
say
now
he
it's a fair 4v4.
let's say he didn't go AFK.
Okay.
And it was a normal game because this is weird that you gave me a game where it was a 4v5 and it turned to a 4v4. That's actually hilarious. If
It's the only one I got. I kept getting TF banned
oh my god, that's
and
hilarious. Okay.
auto-filled.
Time out. We had a question too, but think about this.
Okay.
Let's assume Fizz didn't go AFK.
Okay.
What are the two items that would have been better, and which one would have been better in this situation?
Um, I was as soon as I left base in this game, I thought, why didn't I get a Fiendish Codex?
Okay, Fiendish Codex is not one of the two items I want.
Okay. Well, that was what I was thinking I should have gotten in this game.
Fan CE, I don't know how to say your name properly. Please correct me. Tell me what it is. I'll answer your question in a second. I want to make sure Nopples is thinking the right way. What we say early would be like a really good item to buy against that Fizz?
Boots.
Boots. All right. What could you buy now if you're 900 gold that you just backed with?
CDR boots.
CDR boots. Why would CDR boots be good?
More flashes, barriers,
Yeah, now they're on
cooldown
cooldown
reduction.
now, so maybe you want to buy it later, like when your cooldowns are up, so it actually reduces your cooldowns. It'd still be
Yeah.
good for the movement speed and for the cooldown reduction for more gold cards or more like amazing blue cards, but yeah, not as good to buy it when your cooldowns are down because you're not making the most of that passive.
Yeah.
So that's one. That'd be really good, especially since you're about to hit 6 too, right?
Mhm.
Because you're probably going to use your alt if you have 10% CDR coming back to lane. Then it'll be amazing for like having that alt come off cooldown a little bit more often. All right, so that's
Yeah.
one item. You just pissed off Fizz. He didn't go AFK. What would be a really good item if you wanted to bait him into tower diving again?
Uh, this guy in chat said mantle, the 720 gold magic resist item,
Mantle. What is mantle?
or the thing mantle builds into.
Oh, null mantle. Yeah, I would get a Negatron.
Yeah.
He's right though. So this is 450. If you upgrade it into a Negatron, which is 270 more, you're at 40 magic resist.
And then build that into abyssal.
Then build that into Abyssal. Is Fizz gonna like fight you from far away, or is he gonna jump on your face?
He's gonna jump on me.
Great. So now this is gonna keep you safe, and if you get the Abyssal Scepter, look at that aura. Nearby enemy champions take 10% more magic damage. Cool. He's going to take 10% more damage from you when you throw the gold card after he jumps in. Oh, and you get cooldown reduction, which you like. Oh, and you get ability power, which you like.
Yeah.
So if you come back to lane with this, like this is a mistake I keep seeing my platinum mid lanes make on my team, and then every time on the enemy team, like the same champion the next game will actually buy this first back. If you just buy Negatron Cloak against a magic damage like Assassin, like an Ari, like a Fizz, like a Syndra, they have no kill pressure against you. They literally can't kill you unless you just like tower dive or like suicide. So
Yeah.
you essentially just shut them down. You force them to farm. Can people at this elo farm?
Not really.
No, not at all. Like next time you hit tab, let's look at the farm and just count. And I know you said Fizz goes AFK, so he might actually have 12 CS like we said at the beginning. But
Yeah.
still, like it's something to think about. So if the lane was even and you didn't get that kill, just get a Negatron cloak. Play safe. You know, make picks of your alt. Because like if you get that Abyssal first, that's fine. That's still part of your core build against like a magic damage team. Remember they have an AP jungler in Zac. Warwick does a shit ton of magic damage. Malphite support will be doing a little bit of magic damage, as weird as that sounds. So it's a good item against 4 AP, especially since you just pissed one off who really wants to kill you now.
Yeah.
Assuming he didn't go AFK. What elo is coach? I'm currently Platinum 2, but I've been as high as Diamond 2. I've coached and played with Challenger players all over the place. Shadow 1. All right, let's answer Fancy Yee's question. Okay, she's saying, or he is saying, what's a good way of practicing CS under pressure? I'm on step 6 of the Elander CS guide, original red post here. Thank you for the link. But the two bots, one lane method doesn't feel much like a real scenario. For example, if I lose trade and get zoned as Garen's Teemo, I might get dove and die. Bots don't try to kill me. Get a friend. Like a lot of people in the stream chat right now are like my students that are trying to get better. Like Nopples right now might want to practice CSing. So if you want to do that, what you could do is like find somebody and be like, hey, let's 1v1. I'm going to try to CS. I want you to try to kill me. don't, that's mean, but just try to fight me while I try to CS. And then your job is to not die to them and still get like some set target of CS. That's a really good way to do it. If you're high elo, what's really fun is play 1v2 against some like bronze players that you're friends with or silver players or something. So like if the 1v1 is too easy for whatever reason, not even close baby, just add more people until it gets hard. That's what I would recommend. You could also just, spam normal games. Usually your opponent will try to kill you.
Yeah.
That works too. Makes sense. Hopefully that helps. Nopples, anything to add?
No.
Yeah, but at the same time, that requires people. Another thing you can do, Summoner School on Reddit is really good for reaching out for people wanting to get better. I believe there's like a resource thread somewhere in here. It's like one of the sticky things, and there's usually a big group of people that are looking to 1v1 to get better. I'm trying to remember where it is. I'll find the link and send it to you afterwards if you remind me. But
Could you send
there,
that to me too?
yeah, sure. Here, I'll make a note to do that. But there's a giant group of people that like you just post a thread. It's like looking to 1v1 to practice CS, and they'll just help you out because they want to get helped out. You're looking for like a mutual punching bag in the other person, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps. Yeah, sure. Google around. I mean, if you find it before me, give me the link because I'm gonna go back to watching Nopples like play a 4v4 for some reason. It's like a horrible game to review.
It
But
was an odd one.
okay, but looking at your item choices, don't like the Dorans, don't like this because again, you just
Yeah,
pissed off a
I
Fizz.
I don't know what went wrong in my mind to buy a
So you're
Lost
you're thinking
Chapter.
Morellonomicon?
Yeah.
All right, here's another thing. Like sure they have some healing, but it's probably not your job to get the executioners.
Well, no one else buys it in bronze, so.
right. But I
And they
mean,
have a Zac and a Warwick.
here's the pro builds, right? I'm gonna put this in Twitch chat for you. All right, this is what all the pro players are building on Twisted Fate. I want you to count the games where Morellonomicon is in there.
Grand total of 0.
Yeah, I'm not seeing one. So like maybe you could get this guy. You can get your Fiendish Codex and build towards Zonias if you're up against like a Zed or something. Like you probably want the armed guard, like the same reason. Like you would buy the Negatron against Fizz, like against Zed, you want the armor so you don't die. So you could like start with one of those, just stick to it, and then like build your core. Like if you look at this guy, he lost unfortunately, but it looks like he rushed his CDR boots, got this into a melee a matchup like Zed or maybe like a Yasuo or a Jace or something, like something that's physical and gonna try to kill him. And then he got this for like his damage because it's his core. Notice that you see this item every single game.
Oh yeah, I built that second.
Good, good. I mean, so like if you're in a lane where you're like going even and there's no kill pressure, maybe you get this, just get your Sheen early. If you're in a lane where there is kill pressure, like a Fizz or an Assassin, get either Seeker's Arm Guard or get the Negatron just so you can stay alive. Negatron builds into this. Oh, look at this guy. He won, right? I bet he was up against let's see what this game
Well,
was.
yeah, I usually try and get like back. Have on my first back, I get a Sheen, but I
Mhm.
was 6 HP, so I just
Yeah.
backed.
Here, are you watching the stream right now?
Yeah, but it's behind.
Yeah, I know it's behind a little. I'm gonna leave it hovered on this guy. This is a guy that won pretty hard on Fizz. He was up against an Oriana. There was a Rumble top. It looks like he had an Olaf jungle, and then there was a brand support. So a lot of AP, right? He
Mhm.
started Doran's the same you did, which is fine. Maybe he did that to wave clear. He got another one, probably so he can just spam cards, and because he doesn't want to trade with Oriana, because the auto shield kind of bullshit means that she wins any of those trades. But so he's probably doing this just so he can wave clear with his 3 cards, right? But then he gets the
He's got the
CDR.
movement speed runes, I noticed.
He's got the movement speed runes. So he got the CDR, the Boots of Lucidity, and then he got the Negatron. And that's because a lot of AP. Remember, you're up against 4 AP this game, and he doesn't want to die. Like this is a fine build to go. You know, this
Yeah.
is completely okay. So just think about it. I still think the boots first is pretty good on Twisted Fate. I was reading through a bunch of like TF mains, and they were all recommending that and the movement speed quints. It works really, really well. But look at
The
what all the
lucidity
other.
boots mostly, because I build sorcerers.
So look at what every single Twisted Fate player here is building. you see sorcerers
Yeah.
once?
No, I see
I
swiftness
see
and
one.
magic resist
Here's one. He got one whole
and
kill.
ninja tabi,
But mostly CDR boots, right?
mostly.
Why CDR boots? Why do you think it's good?
Uh, more flashes,
More flashes,
flash card.
more flash card to catch. What happens if they have like a team comp like they do this game that you're playing against, where they have a Malphite, a Warwick, a Zac, a Fizz who's throwing a shark at your face every 60 seconds? Why would CDR boots be better than
More barriers.
well, more barriers too, but also like you want the flash to dodge that shit, right?
But yeah,
If you get caught by one of those, you're dead.
yeah.
So
Unless I have Zonias.
unless you have Zonius, then you're dead 3 seconds later. But yeah.
Hmm.
So just think about it, right? You get
Yeah.
the 10% CDR, which means more gold cards, means more cards being thrown to clear the waves. You have early movement speed, and you have more summoners. Like, see how there's a bunch of summoners here? I don't see anybody taking barrier. There's one barrier game, right?
There's
What's
a
that?
cleanse.
Yeah, there's a cleanse. Maybe they're up against a
Mostly
Sejuani
ghost
or
though.
something. He took barrier against Zed, it looks like. Maybe his thought
Yeah.
process was, I'm not going to get close enough for Zed to ult me. If he does, he's going to have to like use his shadow to gap close or something. And I want the barrier because it'll stack maybe if Lulu shield. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying it out. But or maybe he figured I can just get Zonias because I rushed armor. Like look, his first back, he started the Dorans too. He got the boots, then he got armor, then he got armor, then he got Seekers. He got Ninja
It's
Tabby and Seekers.
a late Rod of Ages, seems like.
Yeah, well, I mean, think of it this way: if you die, well, but you get your Rod of Ages, but you died like 4 times, would you rather have a Zed with 4 kills, or would you rather delay your Rod of Ages like 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah, true.
Like that's what's going through this guy's head.
But my
So
games usually aren't very long, that's why I don't build Rod.
yeah,
Usually.
I mean, it makes sense. Like we were looking at your game timers, right? And they were like 30 minutes. So
Yeah, I started building Righteous Glory instead of Rod Unsinged,
sure.
like you pointed out.
Another thing you can do if you wanted to math this out, League of Legends Math Inverted Composer site has this item optimizer, right? I'm not sure how smart it is for defensive items, but let's see. I'll throw the link to this in the chat in a second. This is a challenger player who's really good at math and engineering who's brought this in. Also, King Chandler is saying most importantly, more ults and movement speed to kite and chase. I agree with that as well for the boots. Let's say we're going to go half and half, a duelist for stat preference. I'm going to keep the same runes and masteries that he has locked in. It looks like, just standard AP shit. Masteries, he's going 12, 18. So we lock this
Lady
in.
Luck is smiling.
He's doing different things. I don't know if I like these. He's recommending a Spirit Visage first against an Annie. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if it's that Fizz that you were talking about.
Yeah, that's an interesting build.
Might be right. I don't know. Here, let's recalculate. Yeah, now it's saying Rod of Ages. It matters who it's up against, right?
Yeah.
Ninja Tabby too. Maybe it's because these other champions are goofy.
Warmogs.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Here, and you can mess with this too. Let's say we wanted to go more damage. Let's try that. Because that's your job, right? To do damage mid?
Yeah.
So he's still recommending... Yeah, so this is dumb. Remember, machine learning stuff isn't always the smartest. Because like if the Fizz is killing you, it doesn't matter how much damage you have.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
again, anything is better than the item you got here. I'm waiting for you to move your hand so we can look at it on the old YouTube video. Here, I'll pause it when you get back. I'm going to pause it at 420 for reasons.
It's lit.
All right, let me know when you're back. We're on double speed too, okay?
Yeah. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Go. Okay, might be a little behind. But yeah, like the CDR boots would be really good. You just baited the Fizz into like all-inning you by typing not even close in chat when you survived with 6 health. It was really good that you popped your potion to stay alive. But you need to look at the map to see the jungler. And
Yeah.
your items are shit. Try, once you get the movement speed, Quince, starting boots. Like if you want, like I'll 1v1 you as Fizz, and I'll just try to kill you over and over again. I want to show you the difference, okay?
Alright.
But you'll be able to kite a lot easier. You'll be able to get away from ganks a lot easier. He really went AFK after that?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you made him rage quit level 3. Good. All right, what you're doing is really smart. Imagine if you had an item that, did damage. Well, I guess the Negatron wouldn't have done anything here for pushing, but if you had the CDR boots, like you'd have more pick cards, throwing more blue cards at it, right? Doing the extra damage there. So what's going through your head right now?
um, not much.
What
I'm a
should be
bronze
going through your
player.
head? Yeah, no worries. Here, I'm going to
I
pause
should
at
probably
6:45.
wow,
You should what?
Probably use my ult.
Okay, who are you going to use your ult on? Urgot's AFK.
But yeah, that's true. Top lane's already ahead. I could help them push.
Where's Fizz?
AFK.
AFK. Do you need to leave mid?
No.
What should you do?
Just push, I guess.
Yeah, why just push?
Because no one's there to stop me.
No one's there to stop you. Okay, Zach's there to stop you. Cool. Who's winning lane right now?
I am.
You are. Who else is winning lane right now?
Top lane.
Top
and
lane.
their bot lane.
And their bot lane. Okay, so do you want to go bot and gank their bot lane? Who's winning? When just do a
No.
2v2? Nah. What about top? Does he need your help?
Not really.
Not really. What I would recommend doing is just sit mid, just because you have the AFK. Take the tower, because it's that free first cement bonus where you get the extra gold for your team, which you're going to need because it's a 4v4, and you don't know it's a 4v4 yet. You still think it's a 4v5. Why didn't you guys remake, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, just sit mid, shove the wave, get your items so you can actually free farm, buy items that don't suck, especially since you don't have your tier 3 runes yet, and just take the tower. When you take the tower, shove it. Someone will come, like, eat the farm, probably Zach. When that happens, who are you going to gank with your ult?
Top lane.
Yeah, why top lane?
Because they're not losing.
Because they're not losing. Cool. Oh, you need to get that gold card. Now, you're making the exact same mistake you made before. Right? Here, I'm pausing at 7:30-ish, around there.
Okay.
Is Zach melee or ranged?
He's melee.
He's melee. Okay. What's the cooldown on his jump?
Pretty long.
Pretty long. He has no CDR. He's level 6, so what rank is his jump?
Level 3.
If you're never sure what the cooldown is, because it does go down with every level, just look up the champion in the wiki.
13 seconds, 14 seconds.
It's pretty long, right? So here, if we look, Elastic Slingshot starts at 24, goes to 21, goes to 18 at rank 3. 15 and 12 later. The enemy Zach actually made a mistake. Like, look at his items. What's his mistake?
He has the smite item that lets you smite people.
Well, that's a mistake. Why?
Because he needs the Bomby Cinder for his clear.
I think, sure, that'd be better than the smite item. I think that's a mistake too, though.
What should he get?
What do you think he should get?
I don't know. I thought he should get Bomby Cinder.
Why? Okay, why Bomby Cinder? Just to speed up his clear?
Yeah, and a little more damage when he ganks, even though it's like really weak early.
It's pretty weak. I mean, he can finish Cinderhulk early, but what Zach players normally get first is they get the same item I was yelling at you to get. They get the Lucidity Boots. Why?
So they can get around the map faster and gank.
So they can get around the map faster and gank faster. Good. Why would that be really good on Zach?
Because his ganks are really strong.
Ganks are really strong. Yeah, he can gank from weird angles. How does he gank?
He jumps in on you.
Cool. What's the
Knocks
cooldown
you
on
out.
his jump again? We just went over it.
18 seconds.
At rank 3, right? What's it at
Yeah.
rank 1?
24.
24. So it goes like 24, 21, 18. It's dropping by 3 seconds every time.
Yeah.
What would our cooldown reduction items really good or really bad on abilities like that?
Really good because it's a percentage and it's a long cooldown.
Yeah, so what's 10% of 24 seconds?
2.4 seconds.
Yeah, right? Is that more or less than, like a 4-second cooldown? I mean, it's kind of an obvious question, right? Like
Yeah.
a percent of a bigger number is a bigger number.
Yeah.
So normally on Zac, you want to rush some CDR so that you have like more jumps, so that you can do more things, so you can be around the map more often. We talked about it before, but this jungle item, it does jack shit from a combat stat perspective. Like he's level 6 right now, so what? It's giving like a little over 100 damage with the smite.
Yeah.
He gets nothing else out of that item from a combat perspective. He gets life steal in the jungle, which he could care less about, and he gets mana
Mhm.
regen. He's manaless, so he wasted about 600 gold on an item that does nothing for him. It gives him an
Yeah.
extra 100 damage a burst. So that's a mistake for him. So you're looking at his items. You're like, oh, you don't have cooldown reduction. You're level 6. That means rank 3 jump. And I know you're a bronze player, but this is like what should be going through your head. That's an 18-second cooldown on your jump. I'm gonna rewind to like 11. Let's do that.
All right.
Let me know when you're there. On you.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right, he jumps in.
Yeah, he uses it there.
17, 16, 15, 14. What are you doing? 13,
Just
12,
farming.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hey, you threw your first auto, I think. Or maybe you hit the tower.
I hit the minion next to him with the red
Okay,
card.
so in that entire 18-second cooldown, I didn't see you hit him once. You hit him a few times when his E was up. But like, do you see the mistake there?
Yeah.
All right, what you have to
I need
realize,
to abuse my range.
abuse your range. Your range is melee for at least 18 seconds after he uses his jump, right? Now, maybe you're like, okay, maybe this is an elaborate ruse from the Bronze Fizz, who hasn't shown on the map in 4 minutes. Maybe he's just biding his time, waiting in the side bush. Like, is that what you're thinking? Okay, like,
No, I'm just not thinking really.
yeah, but do you see this now? Like, it took you three
Yeah.
seconds to freaking go in. Good alt, good alt, good alt, and you waited for Lee Sin to go down there, so you had the levels. Good, good, good. Excellent work of the mastery emote too. Make sure they get extra tilted.
Oh yeah. Always.
They're losing a 4v5. It's a 4v4 now because their mid laner went AFK. Now the mid laner who's left all alone is shitting on them. They're so angry. Good job taking the tower too. Oh no, good barrier. Ah, good flash. Ah,
Oh yeah. My mistake there was look at my gold. I haven't bought in a while.
yeah. Also, like, let's say you had cooldown
So
reduction boots. Do you live there?
stun would have been up faster. I would have ran further away. Yeah, I
Would have
might
ran
live.
further away. You would have gotten another gold card. Let's say you had Negatron on. Would that let you live?
Not really. Lucian's AD.
Which one do you think would be better?
Boots.
Probably Boots. Now, if Fizz had gotten the kill on you level 1, you got to go Negatron. And then maybe you're not sticking around that long, overextending with 3k gold with just magic resist against the Fed enemy AD carry, right?
Yeah.
But still, that itemization here, this is why you lost that fight.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Got it. Fiber is saying TF versus Fizz, freeze under your tower, and he useless. I disagree, Fiber. Fizz can dive you if you do that. Because the tower shots are hitting the minions, right? So what you do is you wait for the tower shot to shoot at a minion. You jump in with your WQ, auto attack, auto attack. Tower shot goes to hit you. You E, your playful trickster, go invulnerable so it doesn't hit you. And then you can either use your E to get out, so you angle outwards and escape, and then you get a free trade, or you use your E to just land on them and all in, and then your Q will be back up a few seconds later to escape, like jumping through a minion to get out of the tower range. What you want to do against Fizz is you want to shove him under his tower, because then he is forced to choose between fighting you with his abilities or using his abilities to wave clear, because Fizz has a really shitty wave clear under his tower. So it's actually the opposite, as weird as that sounds. Now, if you're playing a squishy and he sets up a freeze under the tower, like, yeah, that's your fault for letting him freeze, because then, yeah, he's just going to kill you. But if you actually shove the wave into his tower, again, he has to choose between using his E to farm or using his E to, like, harass you. But you don't want to freeze the wave, like, under your tower, where, like, the tower is actually hitting the minions. You want to be frozen right outside, if that makes sense. So hopefully that helps. Nopples, was that useful, or is that tangent just bullshit?
Well, I don't really know how to control the minion wave, and I've even seen the Donghua video, but it's
Mhm.
just it goes right through my head.
Oh, no worries. I would. focus on last hitting first.
Yeah.
So practice the last hitting. The Islanders guy to see us like a challenger. I don't know how to say the guy's name, but he's a beautiful, beautiful genius for like coming up with that drill. Do that.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
you practice that, you'll naturally get better at controlling the minion wave because I think the second lesson of that is pushing and freezing the minion wave. Like it's literally the second thing you do in that series of things. So if you work on that, you'll get better at CSing, which will automatically make you a gold player. And then you will learn how to manipulate the wave. And when you're doing that, that'll teach you how to control the wave for weird matchups. Like against Fizz, you want to be able to shove it under tower
Yeah.
at certain points. Uh, pre level 3, I guess in this matchup, he's not going to fight you because we already like talked through the logic there. So you want to be harassing him a whole bunch. After level 3, when he can all in you, when the jungler is going to be done with his third buff and looking for a gank, or his third camp and looking for a gank, right? Then maybe you want it to be like pushing towards you a little, right? So learning how to manipulate the waves for different timings is super good, but that's like a high elo thing. But worry about like last hitting those minions first. Too long didn't read, okay?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Mhm.
Cool, cool, cool. And yeah, they're saying Dong Huap also has that video of CSing under the tower. Like, there's all kinds of resources out there. If you're bad at a specific thing, just Google how do I get good at X. A
Yeah,
lot of
looking
good
at the map is
resources.
just something I need to force myself to do. There's not really a video that can explain how to do that better.
Play champions of global alts like Twisted Fate.
That's how I'm playing. Yeah.
So keep doing that. Other thing you can do, like the drill I tell my students to do, there are all kinds of sites that have free metronomes, like online metronome or apps for
Hey,
metronomes.
I've heard look at the map after every CS.
Yeah. So here, Google just has one. Let's go 40. Look at the map. Look at the map. Look at the map. Look at the map. Like just do something like that, okay?
Yeah.
But I mean, just have that up in a window. And eventually what'll happen after you do that for about a week is you'll just naturally do it. Like are you old enough to drive? You have a very
15.
manly voice, but I'm not sure.
I'm 15. I'm learning to drive.
All right, you're learning to drive. What do they teach you in driver's ed?
To look in your windows, like
What?
your or your mirrors. I mean.
Yeah, okay. Well, what's like the three things you look at? I don't know. Maybe I'm like too old and driver's ed has changed, but there were three things they told us to look at. You look at one thing, you look at another thing, you look at another thing, you look back at the first thing.
Uh.
Okay, here I'm gonna help you pass your driver's ed class. All right. So
Okay.
what they tell you to do is you're looking at the front of the car, so you don't like Grand Theft Auto hit people. That's step one. Make sure you're not gonna like hit shit. Step
Yeah.
two, you check your rear view mirror. Look behind you. Step
Okay.
three, you look at your speed to make sure you're not going like 90 in the school zone or whatever, right? And then you look
Yeah,
back
I
at
hate
the
when
front.
that happens.
Yeah, same. So like that's like they call it the triangle, I guess. I'm trying to remember back to driver's ed, but it's been a while because I'm old. I'm wearing a Foxy Grandpa hat.
Yeah,
So
it's okay. I like it.
so what they teach you there, and like you'll probably get to this, is look straight, look at the mirror, look at your speed, look back straight.
Okay.
And every few seconds, you're just supposed to do that, and it helps you like not suck at driving, right? Same
Yeah.
kind of thing. You're looking at your lane opponent, you're looking at the mini map, looking at your CS or whatever, or cooldowns, whatever you need to look at, tabbing to
Mhm.
count CS. So lane opponent, mini map, tab to like check stuff. Just keep cycling
Yeah.
through that every couple seconds. Usually like 5 seconds is enough there, but like on that gank, it took you 5 seconds to respond to Zach walking straight at you and charging his E like in lane, not even from the bush, just in lane.
Yeah, I know.
So like look at the mini map. Use that metronome. That one's a little bit faster than 5 seconds. I just literally Googled online metronome. Uh,
Yeah.
I might actually record one of these, and I'll just record myself yelling, "Look at the map" in funny voices, so
I'd
it'll
be
be a
okay
little
with
bit
that.
different. So I will do that for you if you want. But
Yeah,
just
please.
periodically, look at the map. Look at the
Yeah.
map. Look at
That'd
the,
work.
just something like that, right? If you have a friend, have him like
I have
tap
no
you on the
friends.
shoulder. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be your friend, Apples.
Okay.
But have somebody just tell you to look at the map over and over and over again. Okay,
Alright.
makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, ready to watch the game again? We're halfway
Yeah.
through.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm at 10:34 and we're on double speed. Ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's see what you buy. Got your Lich Bane. What the hell are you going to build that other item into?
Morello,
Why again?
Zach, and Warwick.
Okay. I guess you don't have an AD carry to build it, but like it doesn't make any sense here because I feel like
Sorry.
if you get womboed,
Yeah.
and remember, like we said at the beginning when we were picking apart the teams, right? Like, how are you going to win this game?
Split pushing.
Split pushing. All right. Oh God. Nice dodging. I'm actually impressed you're doing that without boots. Cleanup crew. Very nice. That worked out well for you. It's
And
almost like being really fed is good.
almost.
You have 90 farm at 12 minutes. I had a platinum game last night where my mid laner didn't even get that at 30 minutes, so good work. Oh,
Thanks.
pretty easy to free farm, right?
Yeah.
Don't like the merc. Don't like these boots.
The source.
I was calling them merc treads in my because I'm brain
Yeah.
farting. Long day at work today, but yeah, the Sork boots. We talked about that already, right? Gives you a little extra damage, sure, but I really like that you just walked into Zach and started auto attacking him there. I think you realized that Fizz is gone. Hey, Urgot's
Oh
back.
yeah, Urgot came back.
Why are you taking his farm?
Because I'm a dick.
Yeah, apparently. All right, so when you're standing next to the farm, 2/3 of it goes to you, 2/3 of it goes to him. When he's by himself, 100% of it goes to him. When three people are by it, it's like a little less than 50%, right? Might even be
Yeah.
40%. So this game's over, right? You're just so fed and Fizz isn't there, so you're just running on them and murdering them, and your AD carry came back. They just surrender at
Yeah.
20?
Yeah.
All right, why are we watching this again?
Because it was the only game I could get of TF.
All right, no worries.
I kept getting autofilled
Okay,
support.
all right, I'm going to pause it. I'm done watching this, okay? I think we got what we needed.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
wanted to talk about alting as TF.
Yeah. Because what I'll do often is either I'll ult too close or too far away.
Mhm.
As in, like, if I'm too close, I ult right next to a Riven, get stunned and insta-killed, or I'm too far away and I just ult and they run away and I don't get the card off.
All right, here, watch the stream for a second because I know the screen share isn't working. I'm gonna go to Rifkit.
Okay.
All right, it matters who you're ganking, right? Even if Riven's like at 1 health, if her cooldowns
Yeah.
are up, she probably has enough damage to one-shot you. She has that big ass shield on her E. She has a whole bunch of stuns with her W and her Q, right? So you always got to be careful. You got to choose your targets wisely. Remember how we talked about what Zach's cooldown was on his jump?
Yeah, really long.
Really long, right? How do we know it's really long?
Because we looked it up.
Because we looked it up. So when you're playing a TF game, what I want you to do is homework is in the loading screen because you're in bronze. Somebody's going to have a toaster, so you're going to have about 5 to 10 minutes waiting for the game to load. I
At
want you to
least.
I want you to read the wiki for everybody's CC or big damage abilities cooldowns on the enemy team. There's only 5 of them, right? And you could probably ignore the support most of the time. AD carries will
Yeah.
probably be right clicking and less using abilities. So maybe it's just the mid laner, the jungler, and the top laner, something like that, right? I want you to
Yeah.
just get an approximate thing. Is it 20 seconds? Is it 10 seconds? Is it 15? Doesn't have to be exact. It's cooldown reduction, Riot changing shit every 2 weeks. Doesn't have to be exact. Just has to be an idea, right? Like for Zach, like I don't have that shit memorized, and I almost have him like level 7 mastery. I know it's long. I know it's 20 seconds plus, and then it goes down like seconds every time. So I know like I have about 15 seconds is what I would have guessed at level 3 to play around with, because he probably has like CDR in his runes, is what I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
there, when like he blows his jump, I'm thinking, okay, I have 10 seconds where I can safely auto him and then back up to safety, right? Same kind of thing with Ribbon. What's the cooldown on all of her bullshit?
Like 5 seconds.
5 seconds. How long does it take for you to channel your ult and jump in?
Like 2.
Like 2. Okay, so what's the window you have to actually jump in and kill her?
3 seconds.
5 minus 2, 3 seconds. Math checks out. Okay. Do you know your damage? Do you actually have enough damage to jump in and kill her?
Well, yeah.
It depends, right?
Usually,
Usually if you're like
if we're
going right next to a Ribbon.
probably.
Yeah. So Ribbon, if she's jumping away, uh, her Q's on a pretty long cooldown afterwards. We said 5 seconds, right? You want to
Yeah.
wait to ult in right after she uses her Q's, right? If she doesn't use her Q's, are you going to ult in?
No.
No. I mean, it's that simple.
Just dash away.
Yeah. So if you still wanted to gank her, maybe she's like running back towards her tower, top lane's chasing her, she's at like 300 health, she Q, 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 you can ult right next to her. She might W you when you ult in, but it's like a 1 second stun, you can still get your gold card off, right?
Yeah.
If she
I
doesn't,
started ulting into the bushes.
that's good. They can still see you, like where you're ulting, but they can't
Wait,
see
really?
into the bush if they don't have a ward. Like
Okay.
what'll happen is the little circle will show up and they'll see that you're in there, but they
But they
won't be able to
can't
see
target
you.
me with targeted abilities.
Yeah, they can't target you with targeted
Okay.
abilities, exactly. But she
Alright.
would still know that you're in there and maybe throw a wind slash or something.
Yeah.
So what you can do is TF, like if she has her cooldowns up, that's the time when you don't, like here, let's say this tower's down to make it easier. If her cooldowns are up, you don't spawn right next to her, obviously, right? Where do you spawn? Where do you port
Behind
in?
her
Yeah,
if my laner is on her.
you're cutting off her escape. So if she's running this way, I would port in right about here. Because then you're covering this, and I know the stream's on a lag, and you're covering this.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, sorry, there's like probably a 10-second lag for you.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Sometimes I'll go too far to one way and they'll just take the other way out if there's
Oh,
multiple
right. But
exits.
like in this situation, one laner has this, you have this. If she sees
Yeah.
you porting in, she's probably going to turn back to your top laner who says, thank you very much, gets the kill, right?
Yeah.
Because she's running away from him for a reason, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, if
she's
she's smart, if she knows she's gonna die, she won't let me have an assist.
exactly. So doing this, you're getting like a phantom assist or a phantom kill. It's fine, whatever. Take a tower
Yeah.
afterwards. So I would do this. If she's on cooldown, spawn right here. And I know there's a little bit of a lag, but spawn a little bit closer to her because then you can just like gold card her point blank to the face.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Another thing you can do. What's a really good item on TF that's pretty much core?
Lichbane.
Lichbane for sure. Not the one I'm talking about. What's the other core item?
Um,
Let's say Riven
Herrings.
has all of her cooldowns up. What item would let you spawn right next to her? Let you port in right
Zonias.
next to her. Zonias, yes. So you port in. What do you do?
Just Zonias.
Yeah, Zonias immediately. What is she gonna do?
Cry.
Cry. Why?
Because she can't hurt you.
Well, it's probably because not only can she not hurt you, but she just blew her cooldowns on you
Yeah.
and your Zonias, right? What happens 2.5 seconds later?
She gets stunned and she dies.
She gets stunned and then she dies. Exactly. So there's a couple ways you can play around that kind of thing. If you're
Yeah.
chasing down the Riven, who's probably the trickiest one for you to get, right? You wait until you have Zonias. Zonias also makes you a little tankier against physical damage, right? Because of the armor. And you
Mhm.
you ult in, and if it's like a bad ult, like they're about to like just shit on you, just Zonias. They'll give your teammates time to follow up. They'll usually like sit on top of you, crying because Malphite just wasted his ult or whatever. And then when they're on cooldown, you have opportunities to outplay by like flashing into bushes or whatever, getting your gold card out, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, if they do have their stuff up and you don't have Zonias, just ult in a little bit farther away. And you're just trying to
Yeah.
zone and cut off their escapes. Makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, what are some other
And the
times?
last thing I wanted to talk about
Oh, I still want
was.
to talk about alts, man. We're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Well, I have something else when we're done
you
with
go
alts.
first. Your lesson. Tell me what you want to talk about.
Alright, well, as we saw in the video, I'm not the best at building.
Uh-huh.
Like, I usually go for a sheen, and then I'll, like, start building every item in the game. Like, I won't finish an item.
Probuilds.net Twisted Fate. I looked on LOL
So
King.
now I know to build boots early or first,
Early
but
CDR. These guys seem to like the Doran's stuff first, and they're pro players, so I would listen to them, okay? But I think the boots first makes sense. I was reading a few lulking guides from like high diamond Twisted Fate lanes, and they were recommending boots first a lot.
what about an armor, like a 300 gold armor into an 80 matchup
You
instead
could.
of boots?
You could do
And then
that
get
too.
Zonia's early.
Like if you're up against a Talon or something. The only
Yeah.
problem is like I guess you could do that. You could just sit on arm guard. You don't need to rush Zonias, right? Like if you just sit on Seeker's arm guard, That'll give you a lot because remember, every time you farm, you get extra armor. You get
Yeah.
like 15 extra armor on top of the 30 just by having this item. So you can just sit on this for a while, then work towards your Lich Bane, get your CDR boots. Like this guy,
Yeah.
this game that I'm looking at, he was 409. He started Doran's, went Rod of Ages, got his CDR boots, and then he got like a late Seekers. He was up against an Oriana, which is weird. So he got the Seekers around the time like Camille got strong enough to roam. But against
Yeah.
Oriana, he just rushed the Rod of Ages and probably had magic resist runes. Yeah, he had 12 flat magic resist, so that's why he was able to do that.
But is it okay that I don't finish items, or should I focus more on completing items?
When you say don't finish items, what do you mean? Like you just sit on a
I'll
sheen?
build like a sheen, and then like a fiendish codex, and then boots, and then like a rod, a needlessly large rod or something, and
Yeah,
I'll
that's
buy what I can
weird.
afford, and I won't like finish items.
I mean, buying what you can afford is like kind of goofy because like all the items
Yeah.
that you build, like Lichbane, what are the components of that?
Uh, it's like the 850 gold thing, the blasting wand,
Like what I'm trying to get at is these are cheap, right?
and the sheen. Yeah.
Like 850 gold item is like the most expensive thing. All the items you listed are more expensive. Like needlessly large Argerad is, 1300 or
But
something,
like
right?
instead of
1250.
building a blasting wand because it builds into Lichbane, I'll build a needlessly large rod because I can afford it and it gives me more AP.
Nah, don't do that. Finish your core item.
Okay.
Lichbane, if you look, right, what does it give you?
Movement speed, which helps. Mana, ability power, CDR, and then the
Yeah, so
Spellblade.
if you blasting wand gives you 40, right?
Yeah.
If you finish this, it's an extra 450 gold on top of this, this, and this to finish, right?
Yeah.
So
How
like,
much better is a completed Lichbane over just a Sheen?
here's what I'm arguing. Okay, how much is a needlessly large rod?
1,250?
Yep. Okay, how much does it cost to get a blasting wand and finish Lichbane if you have this other shit built? It's
Uh,
450 plus 850.
so
Let's do the math.
1,300.
So the question becomes, why are you buying a
But I
why?
like won't have the Aether Wisp yet either, so it'll
Okay,
be
well we'll get the Aether Wisp. But I'm saying this gives you 60 ability power. Cool. If you finish the other item, you get an extra you get 80 from the item, right? But you already had a little bit of AP from that. You get about 60, and then you get the actives and the passives. And just the passives. It doesn't have actives. I'm going crazy, right? But what I'm trying to
yeah.
argue is you get more out of the completed item. Like the items that are legendary, that are higher ranked, are that way and ranked that way because they are better than the
Yeah.
basic items, right? So like yeah, the AP nuke is nice, but on TF you love the movement speed. You love the ability
Yeah.
power. You love the CDR. You love this freaking Spellbait passive for taking down towers really fast. So
Can we compare Spellblade to the normal Sheen?
yeah, sure. Here. So you can
Just
read
straight up Sheen.
Spellbait right there, right? Spellblade. Sheen. After using an ability, your next basic attack on hit deals 100% base AD bonus damage.
So it only scales off AD for Sheen?
Sheen only scales off of your base AD. So I think Twisted Fate's
Uh-oh.
base AD was like 52 or something.
52.
So
Yeah.
you get an extra 52 damage from Sheen. Not bad. It's
Compared
something
to
compared to
50% AP, which will be like
well,
200.
this one's 75% of your AD. So that's your base AD and any other AD you have for whatever reason. Not sure why you have AD. Maybe you're taking like Fervor or something, which is okay on Twisted Fate. Like I was watching Night Blue Jungle it the other day. I was like, wow, that's actually really good. But so like 52 times 75%, like 30, 40, somewhere in there, plus 50% of your AP. So if you have 80, it's 50% of that, just 40. Like you're getting more out of it. And you're going to be buying
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of other AP items, right? So that's only going to make this stronger the more you have.
Yeah.
And the base damage from like, your empowered auto attacks from your kit and your cards.
Oh, and it switches from physical to magic damage when you upgrade it to Lichbane.
Uh huh. So it's pretty
All
good.
right. Well, we could go back to ults.
Okay,
if you
cool.
want.
Other thing I wanted to talk about with the alts. When should you use your alt? Like we talked about picking people off, right?
Well, yeah. I usually just try to use it when I can. Like, I don't try to force anything with it.
Okay, what does that mean?
Um, well, I find often if I'm trying to make something happen instead of just letting it happen, you know? Because I'd rather capitalize off an enemy's mistake than just try and force something and make a mistake of my own.
Sure. Like I would honestly wait until enemies do dumb shit and then just like alt in and ruin their day. Sure, but that's still like picking somebody off, right?
But yeah,
But yeah, you don't want to force, so
I
that's
could just
good.
ult for vision, like to see if they're getting
Yes.
dragon or something.
Yes. Okay, your team's bad and doesn't have wards because your Urgot supports AFK for whatever reason. Are they doing dragon? Okay, you alt. You see Lee Sin at 200 health trying to sneak dragon. Alt in,
Yeah, then
kill
I
his
can
ass,
just
steal the
ult
dragon.
and kill him. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, they're all on Baron. You alt, you see them. Sometimes that scares them away and they stop doing Baron, you know?
yeah.
And then you can use it to just teleport around the map. I mean,
Or
use
just
it.
if there's a team of invisible in a bush with 100 HP.
Yeah, does it still reveal all the shrooms and the Shaco
Yeah.
traps and shit like that?
No, not that, but it does reveal Teemo himself.
Okay, yeah, I know it reveals every champ on the map.
It doesn't reveal things.
what kind of champions would it be really good against? It used to reveal like traps and stuff, but it's been a while.
Evelyn, Shaco, Twitch, Teemo,
Rengar, Wukong for a
Rengar.
few seconds, like all the invisible people. It's really good against. So if you ever see a Shaco on the enemy team, just play TF. Oh, he went invisible after tower diving, you know, or he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
alt is TF for vision of like just seeing where the enemy team is. Like sometimes you can alt and they're like all bot. And it's like, okay, free Baron, great. So,
Yeah.
sometimes you alt and you can see the Evelyn like about to gank your bot lane. Cool. You just ruined her gank. Now you're tracking her in the jungle or whatever.
Yeah. Now you're collapsing on her and killing her.
Yeah, exactly. So use it for the utility too.
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of talked about building as TF2. Uh, King Chandler's saying there's a Reddit thread or something about it. I never did the math because I flunked math really. He's saying actually for the specific thing, it's bad to finish Lichbane early because the AP scaling is not particularly worth. Yeah, I agree with him. You don't want to like rush it first item, but
Yeah, I
you
usually get it second.
yeah, like here. Remember we did the pro builds and we were looking at like when the pro players were finishing it. So I agree with
What
him that it makes sense to not finish it like first, but
I
like
get Sheen early, and then I sit on that, and then I usually get a Ludens, and then I get
Ludens like
Lichbane.
don't get Ludens. Just don't get. Look at these builds that these pro players are doing. Ludens not good. It's like a snowball item. Although this guy just bought Ludens, so. But I think he.
What would you recommend instead of Ludens?
Um. Okay, what does Twisted Fate need? What's his core? Well, let's start there. Here,
Cooldown reduction?
cooldown reduction. Okay, you want to cap CDR as quickly as possible. Does Ludens have any CDR?
No.
Okay, what items have CDR that you can get?
I would say Morello, but
Not Morello. You don't want Morello, right?
yeah.
You want other stuff. Okay, your Ionian Boots of Lucidity, that gives you 10% cooldown reduction, right?
Zonia's.
Zonia's good. That gives you 10% cooldown reduction. That's a core item on
Abyssal.
you. Abyssal, you could get if you're up against a magic damage assassin like Fizz. That's 10%. And then your Lichbane gives you 10%, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if you're up against AD, get Zonia's. If it's getting late and you need to like alt in to initiate shit, because you can alt in and then immediately Zonia's, and that can be the initiation sometimes. Like throw your gold card immediately Zonia's. Like that's a thing you can do.
Can you choose your card while you're Zonia's?
No.
Like if you start up your W and then you Zonia's, can you stop it
Let me do
and choose
this.
your card?
You can't stop it, but there's a trick you can do where you can start the cycle for the next card. Like a cool trick of TF, his cards always go in the same pattern. Do you know the order?
Blue, red, yellow, and then starts over.
I honestly don't know because I don't play Twisted Fate, but if I was a better player, I would. Here, let's do Twisted Fate card order. Blue, red, yellow, then it starts over. Over is what you're
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, that's what they're saying here, so I'll trust you on it. So what's interesting is it doesn't always start on blue.
Well, yeah, that's what pisses me off.
So, but you can control what it starts on. If you
Oh,
lock in red, where's it going to start next?
Is it gonna start on red
Mm-mm.
or yellow?
Yellow.
Oh, okay.
If you start,
I
if
never knew that.
pay attention, like go into a custom game and just mess around with it. Now, there's some things you can do, like people on the internet, I was reading up on TF because you want to get coached on TF, were saying there's some tricks you can do where if you lock in a card like a millisecond before the gold card or something, like it'll, the next time you use your pick a card, you can just mash W twice and it's an instant gold card.
Really?
So what you can do before you alt in and zone use is you can have that queued up, and then when you unzone use, you just hit W really quick, like you're just like slamming the keyboard
Yeah,
down as fast as you
I
can,
didn't know
right?
that. That's really good to know.
Yeah, so practice that in the
Yeah,
training
I'll
tool,
practice
okay?
that in CSing in training.
So do that. King Chandler's Finding Math. I agree with you that it is not a first item. You want someone else. Like I'm looking at all these games and it looks like they build
What do
it
you recommend
second.
first?
The CDR boots and then some other CDR item. If you're up against like a magic damage threat, start building your Abyssal. Play safe. Don't die. People in
All right,
bronze don't know how to farm. If they can't kill you, how are they going to get gold? If you're up against
that's fair.
AD, build your arm guard. You know, get that 45 armor from that. Cool. Now you're
Okay.
unkillable. If it's a really passive lane, get a Rod of Ages first. You know.
Yeah, I see a lot of Rod of Ages.
Yeah, and that's just so he can be tankier. So he gets picked off. It's whatever. He has just enough to like Zonias or throw a card or and then Zonias or whatever. But uh,
Then
but then you're not
Death
getting
Cap like
CDR from
fifth and
this.
sixth.
Yeah, Death Cap is always a fifth or sixth item.
Well, yeah, I know. Just I usually don't build Death Cap on TF just in general.
Yeah, I mean it depends on your team comp too, right? But
Yeah.
remember the Lich Bane, if you get it, the more AP you have, the more this damage does. If you actually get like 6 item TF with Death Cap, you can like 3-shot towers. So
Huh?
pretty good. But what I would recommend rushing early is cooldown reduction. If your jungler's feeding you blue buff, you only need 30%, so you can start getting items like Death Caps, Rod of Ages, Ludens if you really want it, if they're just all squishy and you want to burst them. Just stuff without CDR. If you're not getting blue buff, you know, maybe you want to get some more CDR items, or maybe you want 10% of your runes. I don't know.
Yeah. Need to get better runes too.
Yeah, like get those movement speed. Those movement speed quints first, and then worry about
Yeah.
the cooldown reduction ones. Okay,
Wait,
because that
Quince?
yeah, that'll help your singe.
Cause well, yeah, but Spell Vamp, the only thing you can get Spell Vamp for is Quince.
Movement speed quints. Don't get spell vamp.
Yeah, but for Singed.
Don't play spell vamp sin. Just get movement speed. It'll be more fun.
Why?
Uh, I mean, if you want to waste your shit on that, go for it. Watch Search as whenever he
They're
does like a spell vamp
2,000
singe.
IP each.
the
That's
movement
2%
speed ones
Spell Vamp.
are so much better. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright, whatever.
think of it this way. How much does your poison do every tick? We'll argue about this.
Like 150 late game.
150 late game. Oh baby. Okay. How much does it do not late game?
Like 30, I think.
All right. Magic damage per 0.25 seconds. And this lasts for 3.25 seconds. Early game, it's 5.5, so let's round up to 6. So it's like 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. You know, it's ticking for 3.25 seconds. So it's a little bit more than 30. But if
Yeah.
they have magic resist, right, it's going to take a little bit of that off. And then your AP ratio is 7.5. So what I'm trying to say is, what is 2% of, here, let's just do this. What's 2% of 6? Let's say you're doing true damage.
I don't know. Like
Let's
a decimal.
It is 0.12 health. Every 0.25 seconds. So now multiply that out by 3.25. You're getting 0.4 health from those spell vamp quints for like a full puff of poison being ingested. Now remember,
Damn.
this has an ability power ratio of 7.5%. So that means when you finish your death cap, you know, and you have 120 AP.
Oh. Alright, never mind.
Hold on. We gotta, I just want to show you. It goes all the way
Okay.
up to 4 health being healed over, you know, almost 4 seconds. Or you can move, you know, faster and catch people and kill them and dance on their base and have more fun.
I love Singed.
Yeah, don't build spell vamp on him. It's a troll build. It's funny to watch Searchez do it, but it's so shitty. Just because he doesn't do enough damage to make it worth. I mean, maybe like if you're doing it to a tank, you can get like I don't know 8% of like a 5,000 health tank times 2%, like it's something. You'll get like maybe double digits health back.
All right, never mind.
Like, do you see the argument?
Yeah, I'll get movement speed.
Try movement speed out of him. I think you'll like it. Rank 7 singed main with like almost 100,000 mastery on him. One of my favorite champions. Do that.
Yeah,
Um,
he's one of my favorite champs too.
Watch Druid Droid's stream, by the way. I don't know if he still streams, but watch his old videos of Suicide Proxy
I watched
Singed.
Singe 420.
Watch Druid Droid. He's the one that invented a thing that caused Riot to put base gates in the base.
Okay. Didn't he flip them over
Here,
the wall?
I'm gonna do you a favor. Druid
He flipped them
Droid.
over their own wall and they had to walk around.
Uh-huh. It was the funniest shit ever. Here we go.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This is the best dude ever. He just has so much freaking fun playing. Here you go. I don't even know if this is a good video or not. It's a 43-minute game. Just watch this. It's old. Like, look at how shitty the map looks, right?
Yeah.
But give this a watch. Learn from him.
All right.
All right.
Good luck, have fun, everyone. Smiley face.
Yep. He's one of those guys. Pure positivity. It's amazing. One of my favorite players. All right, going back to your questions though.
Okay.
Look at pro builds for the builds. Rush CDR. Get the CDR boots. Get your Lichbane. Lichbane probably second item. Don't want to rush it. I agree with King Chandler on that, but you do still want it kind of early.
Yeah, like second or third.
Yeah, and you want like a survivability item. If you're up against like look at the enemy team. Who's the most fed carry? You know, if it's an AD champion, get your
Lucian.
Zonias, right?
In our game, it was Lucian.
So in this game, you want a Zonias. Get that early
Yeah.
arm guard. If it's the Fizz, you know, get that early Negatron.
Abyssal.
Build Abyssal. You know, that'll let you stay alive so you can actually do things. Do that.
Yeah.
And you probably want the other. You know, if they're all AD, don't get Abyssal, obviously. But if they're mixed, you know, if you're up
Get
against
both.
like a Talon, get the frickin' Zonias first, and then get the Negatron into the Abyssal later.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Then from there, you know, probably need a little bit of health. You know, if they're tanky, you can always get a Leandries, even though that's weird. If they're not, you know, Rod of
Don't do
Ages, something like that.
Yeah.
What's really funny on him, if you have enough damage, like if you have Zonias, if you have Abyssal, if you have Lichbane, try Righteous Glory on him. Nobody does this, but Righteous Glory after you ult in is like guaranteed kill on a squishy. Just try it. Try it in like one of your bronze games or a co-op versus AI game, like where you're really fed. Like only get it when you're really fed though.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're just inting because if it's even or you're behind, you're just gonna run in and die.
All right.
All right. Let's go over situational things. I think we kind of talked about some situational stuff already, right? Did you have any other things? And we already talked about random stuff, and we talked about building a couple times, so I think we're good here. Anything else?
Yeah. No, nothing comes to mind.
All right. Feel pretty good?
Yeah.
Helpful?
Yes.
What you're looking for?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you also for the Patreon sub. Much appreciated, sir.
No problem.
I think because you donated at the $20 level.